Very clear the Toronto Blue Jays are more than adept at backing up their words. Some 18 hours after a gut punch, 18-inning loss in Game 3, the Blue Jays roared back with a meticulous and carefully crafted game plan, topping the great Shohei Ohtani on both sides of the ball as they scored 4 runs off the two-way great in 6+ innings. At the plate, Toronto starter Shane Bieber issued a leadoff walk to Ohtani in the bottom of the first, extending Ohtani's streak of reaching base to 10 after his stunning 4-hit, 2-homer, 6-walk performance in Game 3. And then Bieber and company attacked him. Bieber struck him out in the 3rd and 6th, mixing in a blend of knuckle curves, changeup, and cutters at Ohtani, keeping the power hitter away from Bieber's low 90s fastball. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the Blue Jays' own franchise player, put the Blue Jays ahead for good with a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning and reached base 3 times as he continued an epic and powerful postseason. Staying in the National Football League, the San Francisco 49ers have been hit hard by injuries, and once again this season, specifically on defense, stars Fred Warner and Nick Bosa both suffered season-ending injuries before hitting the halfway mark of the year. At 5-3 and in contention in a crowded NFC, many expected the 49ers to make a move ahead of the trade deadline on November 4th, and they delivered. San Francisco has acquired New England Patriots defensive end Keon White for a pick swap in the 2026 draft. The 49ers are reportedly sending a 6th-round pick to the Patriots in return for White and a 7th-round pick in that deal. White had been inactive for the Patriots' win last weekend over the Browns. In Kansas City, the Chiefs beat the Commanders 28-7 on Monday Night Football. However, they may have lost a key member of that offense late in the game to an injury. Starting running back Isaiah Pacheco suffered a right knee injury with 4 minutes left in the contest after being tackled low by Commanders quarterback Trey Amos. Pacheco was slow getting up and limped off the sideline following the play. He was treated immediately by Kansas City's medical staff and was seen lying on the training table on the sidelines. He eventually got to his feet, clapping hard, leading many to believe he was no worse for wear. He did not return, though, in the final 3 offensive snaps, and there is concern about his availability moving forward. He suffered an MCL sprain during that win over the Commanders. And staying in the NFL, 2 days after allowing Green Bay quarterback Jordan Love to complete 20 straight passes, the Steelers are acquiring some help in their defensive secondary via the trade market. The Steelers are trading a 6th-round pick to New England for safety Kyle Duggar and a 7th-round pick. Pittsburgh was leading in the NFL in passing yards allowed per game through 8 weeks in its first season without 3-time All-Pro safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Steelers also rank in the bottom half of the NFL in efficiency passing and success rate allowed to opponents. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Maybe it began with a little girl and her tin can microphone on the front porch of a log cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains. But it wouldn't be long before the crowd she dreamed of followed her home to Dollywood, where the memories we share will live in our hearts forever. Experience the incredible resorts, award-winning festivals, thrilling rides, and live shows with those you love most. Plan your trip at Dollywood.com.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Join us for our annual Customer Appreciation Days extravaganza. Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th, we will have 20% off store-wide. food, samples, and free gift basket giveaways. At the Danville Nutrition Center, we value our customers and want to celebrate you. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care. See ya Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabs Danville Auto Body Shop. 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Rain showers, 51 is the high. A low tonight of 45. About an inch and a half of rain possible. Tomorrow, showers likely, high of 52. Friday, mostly sunny, 57. Saturday, 57. Sunday, 59. Right now, it's 6:26 in the morning, 47 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in this morning. That's 238-9447. And we'd love to have you right here on the radio on The Joe Show as we celebrate birthdays on this 29th day of October. On the celebrity side of things, those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day on Wednesday, October the 29th. So we're going to head out west, see what birthdays we have to celebrate out in Hollywood. Here we go. Starting off on this date 78 years ago, where actor Richard Dreyfuss was born, was in the movies Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Jaws, American Graffiti, Always, and Mr. Holland's Opus. Richard Dreyfuss, 78 years old today. Here he is from Jaws.
What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine. It's really a miracle of evolution. All this machine does is swim and eat and make little sharks, and that's all.
Richard Dreyfuss, 78 years old today. Other birthdays include vocalist Dan Castellaneta, who's 67. He voiced Homer, Grandpa, Barney, Krusty the Clown, and Mayor Quimby on The Simpsons. 67 years old today for Dan Castellaneta. Late artist Bob Ross would have been 82. PBS's The Joy of Painting, born on this date, 1942. Model Yasmin Lee Bon is 60. In the 80s, she was one of the highest-earning models. Been married to Duran Duran's Simon Le Bon since 1985. We had his birthday just a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday. Yasmin Le Bon, 60 years old today. And happy birthday to the late Johnny Lewis, who would have been 41 years old today, an actor from Aliens vs. Predators, Requiem, Felon, Sons of Anarchy. Johnny Lewis would have been 41. Celebrity birthdays on this October the 29th.
This day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice, it was on this day, country music history, back in 1952, where Hank Williams was at number one in the country charts with his song Jambalaya on the Bayou, named for a Creole and a Cajun dish. It was on this day, country music history, in the year 1967, where Tammy Wynette went number one on the country charts with I Don't Want to Play House. And it was on this date, 1977, Dolly released her 19th album called Here You Come Again. And that's what's gone on this date, October 29th, in country music history. Starting off on this date back in 1977, we'll start off there since we only have enough time really to highlight one song. Dolly! There you go. Here You Come Again, the first significant crossover success of Dolly's Grammy Award-winning career. The album's cover was the first to show the distinctive Dolly signature logo in cursive, which would become Parton's de facto logo, appearing on all of her solo albums for the remainder of her association with RCA Records. On this date, 1977, Dolly Parton released Here You Come Again. And that's what's gone on this date, October 29th, in country music history.
This is the Kentucky News Network. Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Morgan McGarvey were sounding the alarm Tuesday on health insurance premiums amid the government shutdown.
The two Democrats held a virtual news conference to call on President Trump and Republicans to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits, which have been the sticking point in the shutdown.
If these credits aren't extended, nearly 100,000 Kentuckians with insurance plans through our state marketplace called Connect could see up to 37% higher premiums for 2026 coverage.
President Trump and GOP leaders say they will consider extending the tax credits that otherwise expire at year's end, but only after Democrats vote to reopen the government. I'm Paul Miles.
Also on Tuesday, Governor Beshear joined 25 other states and the District of Columbia in a lawsuit against the United States Department of Agriculture. The suit challenges the department's unprecedented suspension of SNAP benefits for November to 42 million Americans and nearly 600,000 Kentuckians. In a statement joining the lawsuit, Beshear said, "Our president should be focused on fighting hunger, not causing it." The plaintiff states and D.C. are asking for a preliminary injunction to force USDA to resume the SNAP benefits immediately. The man convicted of stabbing Logan Tipton's family members and the 6-year-old to death back in 2015 is heading back to the Commonwealth. Florida Attorney General James Althmeyer announced Tuesday Ronald Exantis is heading back to Kentucky. He was arrested after allegedly failing to register as a felon within 48 hours of arriving for his reentry supervision. A final revocation hearing is slated next for Exantis, which could determine if he'll be reincarcerated in a Kentucky state prison if his leave is revoked by the parole board. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Speed Queen is sold exclusively at Carl Day's Danville hometown store on Houstonville Road.
How are Speed Queen machines designed, built, and tested for longevity? Our machines are built from commercial-grade steel parts from top to bottom. Our machines are built better to last longer.
Speed Queen has a stainless steel tub with a lifetime warranty. Speed Queen's agitator has a 210-degree power stroke. Speed Queen's transmission has a 10-year limited warranty. Speed Queen, superb quality, incredible value.
Speed Queen is sold exclusively at Carl Day's Danville hometown store on Houstonville Road.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Save on a new 26 Chevy Equinox LT, now priced as low as $26,998. Complete with remote start, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and alloy wheels, navigation, apps, and much more. Stock M26014. For details and additional discount information, call Bob Allen Motor Mall today. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today as Buckle Up Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Fall is hunting season in Kentucky, and the good folks at your local electric cooperative encourage you to grab your gun and get in on the hunt. No, we're not talking about a 20-gauge shotgun. We're talking about a caulk gun. And the hunt is for energy-wasting cracks and openings on the outside of your home. For advice on where to start your hunt, contact the energy experts at your local electric co-op. They can help put energy savings in your sights. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Rayleigh Joe. Appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. And our new owners and operators. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Street meet. 859-238-7391. Rain showers, a high today 51, low tonight 45, an inch and a half of rain possible. Tomorrow, showers likely and cloudy, high of 52. Friday, sunshine and 57. Right now it's 6:37 in the morning. It's 47 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. 859-238 WHIR 238-9447. Larry Vott's giving us Vott's Views. What's up with you today, Larry?
Vott's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Which Kentucky newcomer will have the biggest impact for Coach Mark Pope this season? I think the safest bet would be Pittsburgh transfer Jalen Lowe. The junior point guard's importance to Kentucky was obvious when he went down with a shoulder injury in the blue-white game, and that started a panic across the Bluegrass. He was a third-team All-Southeastern Conference preseason pick and is the only true point guard on the Kentucky roster. Maybe the newcomer making the biggest impact could be Florida transfer Denzel Aberdeen, a key part of Florida's national championship team last season. Not only can he shoot and defend, but he can also play point guard. If he is healthy, the biggest impact newcomer certainly could be Arizona State transfer Jaden Quains. He's out with a knee injury, but he could be a dominant player on both ends of the court when he's fully cleared to play.
Vott's Views will return in a moment.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you?
Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
My pick for the newcomer who will make the biggest impact for Mark Pope is freshman guard Jasper Johnson. Obviously, I'm biased because I've known Johnson his entire life, and I want him to do well. But my head tells me that Johnson shoots the ball as well as I think he can, and he's going to be extremely valuable for Pope, who likes to have players who can make opposing defenses have to spread out. Johnson can be a dynamic scorer. If he does turn out to be UK's most valuable newcomer, it should mean UK has had a very memorable season.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Hey, I like that. Larry Vaught, Vott's Views, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show at this time. Hey, Halloween's coming up on Friday. My question for you is, are you ready?
Looking for the perfect last-minute Halloween costume?
I sure am.
Then you need the Louvre Thief Halloween costume. Yes, it comes with everything you need. A black shirt, black pants, a black ski mask, and replicas of stolen jewels from the Louvre.
Hey, honey, what do you think of my costume?
Is that a real diamond-encrusted brooch owned by the wife of Napoleon III?
I'll never tell.
He's in there, officer.
No, it's a costume. It's just a costume.
The Louvre Thief Halloween costume. Order now.
There you go. Yeah, you can dress up like the burglars that broke into the Louvre. Hey, let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. All right, good news action for you on this Wednesday morning. And here we go. Story number one coming from Texas, where a Texas school bus driver named Asensio Sustacia is being held as a hero. They call him Homer. We'll call him Homer from now on. Homer being held as a hero after saving a semi-truck driver who became unresponsive during his morning route. Stopping the truck, he checked on the driver and, with help from the man's daughter, kept him conscious until emergency crews arrived. Although he's new to the job, Homer says he just followed his instincts and was thankful to be able to help in a life-threatening situation. Wow. Story number two coming from New York, where Caitlin Saar, a 41-year-old woman from New York, discovered she was stolen as a baby from her birth mother in Chile and falsely reported as having died. DNA testing confirmed her identity and led to an emotional reunion with her birth mother, Maria Paulina Gonzalez, after 4 decades apart. Saar expressed gratitude for both her biological and adoptive families, acknowledging that her adoptive parents were also victims of the deception. And story number three coming from Salisbury, North Carolina, where police in Salisbury, North Carolina responded to a disturbance at a fast food restaurant where an armed man attacked an officer with a knife. A bystander intervened to protect the officer, sustaining a hand injury before others subdued the suspect with a taser. Officers subdued the suspect with a taser, not others. Not like people are just walking around with tasers there. All three were treated in a hospital, and authorities are commending the bystander for his bravery. The good news, a good Samaritan helps save a North Carolina officer from a knife attack. A woman stolen as a baby finally meets her birth mom at the age of 41. And a Texas school bus driver saves the life of an unresponsive trucker. That's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good, folks. It's 6:43 in the morning. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next on The Joe Show.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
I feel like I get into kind of a zone.
We weren't good enough. That's all it was to it.
We read 3 books together as a 5-team.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
At Napa, we've spent the last 100 years building our business into an engine that powers yours. Whether you're big or small, national or local, Napa has the automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality parts and exceptional service on one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead. That's why we are the pros that know.
With the pressure 10,000 pounds per square inch, William Byron answered the call at Martinsville and punched his ticket into the Championship 4 this week at Phoenix. The in-car camera during the Xfinity 500 showed the 27-year-old driver was certainly hyper-focused.
I feel like I get into kind of a zone probably in there. Some guys stare. I don't really stare. I just look like I'm kind of like falling asleep in there. So it's kind of weird. As an athlete, you always want to find that, but I think the biggest key is kind of when things don't go your way, how you adapt to the circumstances around you and stay in that state.
Meanwhile, Joey Logano's emotional state was a mix of a little sadness and a lot of frustration after he missed the Final Four, as did teammate Ryan Blaney.
It's a bummer. There's no Team Penske car in the Championship 4. We weren't good enough. That's all it was to it. Not from a lack of effort. We just weren't good enough.
The same goes for Christopher Bell, who after making the Championship 4 2 years in a row, has failed to do it the last 2 seasons.
We have flashes of greatness, and then we just kind of taper off and, just another guy out there. Certainly the consistency's been a problem, for years now, and need to do better at that.
We work hard to keep our cars looking great on the outside, but engine components need our attention too. That's where you can trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant to disperse carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system, to keep your car or truck running at its peak. By soaking into the metal of your engine, Z-Max Micro Lubricant improves performance, extends engine life, and reduces emissions. Trust the many customers who've said, "Thanks for saving my engine." Find out more at zmax.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Over the years, a lot of different things have been done for team bonding purposes. But this season, Kyle Larson's crew chief Cliff Daniels decided on something unusual.
We read 3 books together as a 5-team over the course of this summer. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. And we read The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And we read Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell. Shop crew, road crew, pit crew, Kyle, Tyler, our spotter, everyone all in, and that was a lot of fun to do.
PRN's Garage Pass, not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Hey there, it's your radio again, just checking in. Today, why don't you and I do some radio magic? First, I want you to pick a number 1 to 10. Now, don't tell me. All right, I want you to double that number and say add 6 to your total number. Now, take that whole total, divide it in half. Then I want you to subtract your original number from the total. And the envelope, please. The answer is 3. And if you run a business, here are 3 reasons you should consider radio to grow your business. Number 1, radio reaches your potential customers everywhere, at home, at work, at play, in the car. No other media can say that. Number 2, radio has the best value for your advertising dollar. It's got the best ROI on any other media. And 3, if you want to reach new customers or encourage repeat business, with radio you can target your customers. It's able to reach the right people at the right time with the right message at the right cost. It's like magic. Radio delivers results.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rainy Jofus brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online stores at hometownlive.net. Rain showers, a high today 51, a low tonight of 45. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, high of 52. Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 57. Right now, it's 6:49 in the morning, and we are looking at 48 degrees on this Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. 859-238 WHIR, 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show. It is the dad joke of the day. Here we go.
Dad joke of the day.
All right, the dad joke of the day. What's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas? What's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas? Well, when you ask, the black-eyed peas will sing a song. The chickpeas will only hummus one. The group, the black-eyed peas, the music group. Come on now, the dad joke of the day. There we go. Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Here's the new one. You may be seeing a lot of this new game app. It's Steve the Jumping Dinosaur. And game experts are predicting there will be hundreds of these little widget games available by the end of the year. Steve the Jumping Dinosaur jumps over the cactus and other obstacles. You download the game. It lives in your notification center. And when you swipe down from the top of your screen, the game is right there, ready to play. It's addicting, they say. It's called Steve the Jumping Dinosaur. It's free. Thought you'd like to know? It's Rick D's and this molten magma every day. We call it the planet of the apps.
There you go, Rick D's, the planet of the apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where bring up the right page here. On the Country Comic Spotlight, we have Rob Mayer. Rob Mayer talking about how he believes that Rob is the best name that you can have. Talks about it right here.
As you said, my name is Rob. My full name is Robert, which I think is a good name because as I change and grow and evolve, my name can change and grow and evolve with me. Like when I was younger, Robbie, more playful, cute, right? Now trying to be cool, Rob. If I want to get responsible, get my act together, Robert. I want to be a bad boy, live life in the fast lane, Bobby. Yeah. Get old, play golf every day, Bob. Get really old, play bridge every day, Bert. And if I really want to switch things up, Roberta. A lot of options, one name. So. Yes, I'd make a good Roberta. I got it in there. Been playing the Powerball, been losing. That's why I'm here, being judged by strangers. It gets up to like hundreds of millions of dollars, like crazy money. Do you remember when $1 million used to mean something? That used to be a number people would legitimately, back in the day, fantasize about. They'd be like, yo, if I win $1 million, I go to work on Friday. I'm a millionaire. I'm buying a mansion. I quit. I will never see you again. You win $1 million today. You go to work on Friday. Yo, I'm a millionaire. I'm going to buy a townhouse. In unit. See you Monday, 7 a.m. sharp. Life just gets a little bit better, so.
Rob Mayer, Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day leads us into the best jokes from last night's late night shows, where Jimmy Fallon jokes about President Donald Trump in Tokyo.
Well, guys, today President Trump was in Tokyo, where he attended a meeting and ate lunch with the new Prime Minister of Japan. The Prime Minister said it was her first time seeing someone dip their sushi in ketchup.
Jimmy Fallon also joking about the new Prime Minister of Japan gifting President Trump a new golf bag and a putter.
Prime Minister gifted Trump a golf bag, a golden putter, and told him that she had nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize. Trump was like, I think I found my soulmate. Oh, my...
Seth Meyers joking last night about President Trump claiming he's gotten the best polling numbers he's ever received.
President Trump claimed this week that he is currently getting the, quote, best polling numbers that I have ever received. Okay, I don't know if the people around you are showing you the real numbers. Does the newspaper they showed you also have a picture of Stephen Miller as a sheriff?
Seth Meyers also joking about President Donald Trump claiming Republican governor candidates will lower energy costs.
President Trump also claimed that Republican gubernatorial candidates would lower energy costs and said, quote, under President Trump, gasoline will come down to approximately $2 a gallon very soon. And it is objectively very funny to put the word me in that post. As if we might not know who President Trump is.
Still is at Sunrise. Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, Rick Dees, Rob Maurer in the Country Comic Spotlight, and the dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 6:56, 47 degrees, Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October.
One, two, three. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Hi, this is Jasmine Walters-Hubbard, Director of Sales at the Hampton Inn, Holiday Inn Express and Suites, and the coming soon Home 2 Suites, expected to open spring 2026 in Danville. The three sister hotels, managed by MKP Management in Lexington, means triple the rooms to host your guest and triple the meeting space to host a meeting or seminar. Rates are always negotiable, so give me a call at 859-516-4720. You can also find us on Facebook. I look forward to talking soon.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if Auto Owners makes sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
All right, 6:58 in the morning's the time. Coming up on the 7 o'clock in the morning hour, Top Hour News coming your way. We'll have Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix on the show at 7:10. Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker joins the show this morning at 7:20. Hey, 183 million email passwords have been exposed in a data leak. Let's call the password leak hotline to see if we're the ones that are safe. You know what? Actually, let's skip over that one. We'll skip that one for a second. Archaeologists have discovered a decapitator nose ornament, a 1,500-year-old piece of gold jewelry depicting a bloodthirsty South American god. Check out the ad.
Want to make a fashion statement that will turn heads? Then you need the 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god. And for a limited time only, you can get the 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god for half the price.
My husband bought me a decapitator nose ornament, but it was only like a 200-year-old one. I mean, I guess it's the thought that counts, right? But I don't know. I just wanted more. So I ordered the 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god. And let me tell you, I am so much happier with this one. Just don't tell my husband.
We won't. And every 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god comes with a certificate of authenticity, so you know you have a real 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god. The 1,500-year-old decapitator nose ornament depicting a bloodthirsty South American god. Order now.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Vice President J.D. Vance is confident that active duty service members will be paid during the government shutdown, at least for now. More from Rory O'Neill.
Following a policy meeting with Senate Republicans, Vice President J.D. Vance said he believes more than 1 million military service members will get paid at the end of the week, while blaming Democrats for the ongoing government shutdown. The comments suggest the Trump administration has found another pool of money that could be tapped to cover military salaries. Some lawmakers have questioned the president's legal authority to redirect the funds.
Thousands of air traffic controllers have now missed their first full paycheck, and food assistance benefits are set to expire for millions this weekend. President Trump continues his 6-day Asia trip in South Korea, meeting with President Lee Jae-myung and receiving a golden crown from an ancient royal tomb. No major breakthroughs were reported, but Trump is set to meet Chinese leader Xi Jinping on Thursday in the city of Busan, South Korea. Correspondent Janice Mackey-Freyer.
It's highly unlikely that there's going to be a major announcement that's going to come out of this meeting, though a framework was revealed after talks last weekend. But what we are likely to see is more of a formal de-escalation of trade tensions that have been ramping up over the past few weeks, over the past several months, and for the two sides to be able to telegraph the message that they do indeed want to make a deal.
Hurricane Melissa has made landfall in eastern Cuba overnight as a dangerous Category 3 storm, packing winds up to 120 miles an hour. Meteorologist Shana Mediola with more.
Catastrophic and life-threatening rainfall and destructive winds are expected across portions of eastern Cuba. But by this afternoon, it's expected to approach southeastern Bahamas and then continue west of Bermuda, weakening as it goes.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Discover experiences that truly move you. Spectacular nature and authentic bluegrass music captivate you. Legendary horses and world-renowned bourbon wow you. Visit KentuckyTourism.com to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home.
Kentucky's farmers are the heart of our communities, and now their health is front and center. The Heiser Hearing Institute's Kentucky Hears program is proud to partner with the Kentucky Department of Agriculture's Raising Hope initiative, bringing mobile hearing clinics and vital health resources directly to rural communities. Together, we're breaking down barriers to care, because every Kentuckian deserves to be heard, and every farmer deserves hope. Learn more at kyhears.org.
Helping military and veterans.
A new UK study suggests women may need less exercise than men to protect their hearts. Researchers tracked more than 85,000 adults with fitness trackers for 7 years and found women who did about 4 hours of moderate exercise a week cut their heart disease risk by 30%. But men needed roughly 8 hours for the same benefit. Coast to coast, there's a problem on the roadway, and the problem might be you. More from Bree Tennis.
Every state has a keep right law for slower traffic. This is regardless of speed. The problem is the law has low enforcement, and that makes some drivers use risky behavior and frequently hand gestures to navigate around Pokey Joe. According to the NTSB, the slowpoke hardly ever gets a ticket, even though the behavior is illegal, because impeding traffic is harder to prove than speeding.
The list of the best cities in America to celebrate Halloween is out. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The top 5 best cities to celebrate Halloween in were Los Angeles, New York, Jersey City, Chicago, and Las Vegas. That's according to a new Wallet Hub study that ranked the best 100 cities in the country to celebrate Halloween in based off of 20 metrics. Those include the number of Halloween costume stores per capita, trick-or-treater friendliness, Halloween fun, and Halloween weather.
The cult's touring days appear to be numbered. Mark Mayfield with more.
In a statement, founding members Ian Astbury and guitarist Billy Duffy said Mother Nature has a cycle of change and evolution that is inevitable, adding that change is necessary for the creation and rebirth. The British rock band said that they have decided to step away from touring after they wrap up the Death Cult 85-25 tour. They said they've toured extensively over the last few years, and now they're going to shift their focus more to writing, recording new music, and exploring other projects.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, I'm Don, your small business marketing expert. And if you run a business, now's the time to get more customers with radio. A new study found that across 10 brands in a number of different categories, radio commercials increased store traffic by over 20%. Categories like automotive and beauty retailers experienced an increase of over 30% in new customers. And quick service restaurants increased their business by over 20%. That's right, and radio has the best ROI of any media, period. And if your budget is tight, no problem. Radio is affordable. Radio has low-cost packages to fit any budget. If you want to increase traffic, get new customers, or get repeat business, radio has you covered. Radio can get your message out to thousands of potential customers each week. So it's simple. If you run a small business, nothing beats radio, period. To learn more, just give us a call today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, the 29th day of October, 47 degrees here in Danville. Forecast is coming your way. News brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, I'm Fred Sizemore. And at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda, our award-winning service department is here to keep you moving with world-class customer care. We're proud to serve not only our friends and neighbors, but also the vehicles that keep our community safe, from police and EMS to fire departments. With free pickup and delivery, plus a convenient shuttle service, we make it easy to keep your car or truck in top shape.
We make it easy. We make it easy. We make it easy.
At Stewart Powell Ford Mazda, service isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville, where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed, with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect, making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today his Buckle Up Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stewart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stewartpowell.com.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Lee's Famous Recipes 3-Piece Special Day. You get 3 pieces of famous or crispy chicken or famous strips, your choice of 2 sides, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just $8.26 tax included. A savings of almost $2. Catch the Danville Special, a piece of their famous fish, chicken strip, a side of your choice, and buttermilk biscuit for one low price. Lee's caters at 859-236-8777. The best value every Wednesday is a 3-piece chicken dinner for only $8.26. Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville on South 4th.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Rain showers, a high today 51, low tonight 45. An inch and a half of rain is possible today. Tomorrow, rain showers are possible, cloudy skies, and a high of 52. Friday, sunshine, 57. Saturday, mostly sunny and 57. It's 7:11 in the morning right now. It's 47 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. So happy you're on the show. 859-238-WHIR 238-9447. We're talking Boyle County Rebel football with head coach Justin Haddix.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome onto the show Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix. Coach, it's a Wednesday. You're heading to Mamaw's house this morning, right?
Yep. Yeah, we got some cream of wheat and some toast and jelly and maybe some oatmeal this morning.
There you go. Mamaw serving it up this morning for the grandkids.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Coach, appreciate you joining us real quickly on this Wednesday morning. Let's talk about this Frederick Douglass defense, a defense that's not given up more than 15 points since September the 5th, almost 2 months. What do you expect to see out of this Frederick Douglass defense, Coach?
They're very multiple in what they do. They like to slant and move. Secondary's really good. They got a linebacker just got offered by Marshall, number 9. Inside backer's really athletic, 6'2", probably 205, 210, and can really move inside. They're big on the edges with their outside backers that are athletic and rush and move. And then their safety, Sierra Khan, number 3, is one of the better safeties we've seen this year. So they are definitely very talented, and they got a good scheme. They're very well coached, and they cause some problems. Obviously, they've turned people over a lot. They've scored on defense, so that's their big thing, and that's a great recipe for success. And you got a really good defense. We've got that recipe too. So it's very tough when you're playing against a good defense. You can't give them short fields, you can't turn the ball over. All the things that we continue to work on, but it's tough when you're going against really good people.
Yeah, their linebacker number 9 is Corey Fields, the one that you mentioned just got an offer from Marshall, I think is what you said. 3 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. He has a scoop and score this year as well. He has 75 tackles, by far and away leads them in tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss. This guy's a menace on defense.
Yes, he is. He's very active. Doesn't miss many tackles. He is there. Yeah, he's a good player.
Coach, when you play a team that has a good defense, and I'm sure the Frederick Douglass morning show may be saying the same thing to their coach when they talk, but how much relief is it when you play a good defense when you put points on the board? Because you feel like if there's not many touchdowns going to be scored, maybe 1 or 2 wins it for you in a good defensive battle.
Yeah, it is. I don't think you can ever score enough. Being an offensive guy, you can never score enough as far as that goes. But but every touchdown you score is a big deal, and points are always huge in games like this. So we've got to do a great job of scoring points when we get opportunities.
Yeah, and we've seen multiple times already this year with a game for you all against Highlands. Last week, another area team played Garrett Mercer. We saw how much every point counts, even the extra points, the ones after touchdowns. Every point counts in a big game.
Yes, every point counts. It is. They've done a great job of blocking field goals and extra points. It's been their thing. I think they blocked a field goal, scored a touchdown on that a couple times this year already. I think they've got 7 or 8 blocked field goals. So they are definitely they're active on the special teams, and just another way to score on defense. They've done a great job of playing good football. And they've got a young quarterback. They've got a really good running back and run game. So their defense has played right with their offense really, really well.
Boyle County head coach.
They complement each other.
Yeah, Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Coach, real quickly, question for you. On Monday, it was called the Sports Equinox. It was, I think, like the first day of the year where hockey, baseball, basketball, football, and soccer were all playing on the same day. So let me ask you this. Outside of football, who is your favorite all-time athlete? Can't name a football player, though.
Oh, outside of football, I'm a Michael Jordan. I watch The Last Dance all the time still.
Okay.
From that, and that was the kind of the era I grew up in of watching him. He was still kind of playing and doing all that stuff, and I just like his mentality of the way he took it. Now as I've gotten older, you see some of those older guys. I always thought I was never a huge Larry Bird fan, but the more I've watched and hearing about him, it makes me like him more. But I was a Jordan. I was a Michael Jordan. I'm still like a Michael Jordan fan. My kids probably go to sleep. We watch the Last Dance all the time at night to go to bed.
Well, hey, he's a good guy. He's the guy you talk about refusing to lose in championship games, championship series. He's the guy who had that winning mentality, Michael Jordan. So that's a good one to pick. Coach Justin Haddix, Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go, Rebel head coach Justin Haddix, Boyle County and Frederick Douglass. Friday night, 7:30. We'll have it on Z105. It's October the 29th. It's 47 degrees. We're talking with Danville Admiral head coach Steve Stonebreaker coming your way next.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is a sports update with the Big Daddy, Steve Bochum. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, I'm Fred Sizemore, and at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we're more than a dealership. We're your hometown friend for all of your vehicle needs. For over 75 years, we've been proud to serve this community with honesty, integrity, and a team of people who truly care. Whether you're buying your first car, keeping your family vehicle running smoothly, or finding the perfect truck, we make it easy.
We make it easy.
We make it easy. We make it easy to do business with us.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The World Series is now a best 2 out of 3 after Toronto downed Los Angeles last night 6-2. The series is now tied at 2 wins apiece. The Dodgers led 1-0 early before Vladdy Guerrero Jr. blasted a 2-run homer off Shohei Ohtani in the third. The Jays then put up a 4-spot in the top of the seventh. Game 5 is tonight in L.A. Scheduled starters are Trey Yesavage for the Blue Jays against the Dodgers' Blake Snell. Mark Pope's Kentucky Wildcats entertain the Georgetown Hoyas tomorrow night in Rupp Arena. It's the second exhibition game for UK. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30. Tip-offs at 7 o'clock for Kentucky versus Georgetown Thursday on Z105. In other men's college action, tonight, Center College visits Bellarmine in Louisville. Tip-offs at 7. In the girls' 12th region quarterfinals last night, Boyle County lost the first 2 sets, then rallied to beat Wayne County 3-2 to advance to this evening's semifinals. West Jessamine shut out Pulaski County 3-0 last night. Tonight's 12th region girls volleyball semifinals at Somerset High School begin at 6 o'clock with Trinity Christian versus Somerset Christian, followed at 8 by Boyle County versus West Jessamine. The finals are set for tomorrow night. The 2025 high school football season closes out this weekend. Hometown Radio brings you 4 games this Friday. Boyle County's at Frederick Douglass on Z105 at 7:30. Danville entertains Caverna at 8 on WHIR. Mercer County travels to John Hardin at 7:30 on WHBN. And Garrett County visits Lincoln County at 7:30, streaming live at hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Boo Books. Wendy's Junior Frosty coupon books are just $1 now through the end of October. Each book comes with 5 coupons for a free Junior Frosty. Proceeds support Wendy's commitment to helping the DTFA. Learn more at wendys.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh Jofus, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts, up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Rain showers, high of 51, low tonight of 45. Tomorrow, showers are likely, a high of 52. Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 57. Right now, it's 7:23 in the morning, 47 degrees in Danville. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. We're so happy you're on the show this morning. 859-238 WHIR. Steve Stonebreaker's on here next.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome onto the show Danville Admiral head football coach Steve Stonebreaker. Sorry about that, Coach. Just talked with the Boyle Rebel head coach, and now we're with Coach Stonebreaker. Coach, appreciate you joining us this morning. How you doing on this Wednesday morning?
Oh, doing well, doing well. Good little rainy drive-in this morning.
There you go. You mentioned yesterday practicing in the rain. You never know. Like this Friday is supposed to be pretty good, but you never know what could happen down the road. So how did yesterday's, if you got to go outside, how did the rain practice go for you yesterday?
Yeah, we went outside, and we were very purposeful going outside. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good practice. I mean, the kids really responded well. The kids did a good job. And the thing, and I told them this immediately after we were finished up, is the thing that I was most impressed with them yesterday is they had so much pep. And it really seems like they're still having a whole lot of fun playing football. And this time of year, that's so important, Joe. It's so important to still want to be out there and want to be working hard and still having fun playing the game and practicing and getting better every day. And our kids really did that yesterday, and it showed.
Awesome stuff. Love to hear that. I remember talking to a former coach in the area who's retired now, and he said he had teams that he helped coach that won state titles or maybe made the state title game that he said it wasn't a real fun season. There was just a lot, I guess, discombobulation. Then he said, then you have teams sometimes that maybe win 5, 6, 7 games, and they're a joy to be around. So, but when you put both of those together, it's the best of the best, right? So now you got a team coach that's 7-2, looking to go to 8-2. Not only that, but they're a joy to be around. They want to practice, and they want to get better.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic for a coach. I mean, our guys, like I said, they bought in. They bought into everything that we did in the off season, what we're doing. Preseason, in season, and they're just continuing to fight, continuing to battle, continuing to learn lessons, and that's such a big part of it. And the growth of this team's just been amazing.
With Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, you got Caverna coming up on Friday night. 8 o'clock is the kickoff time. We talked about their offense yesterday. Let's talk about their defense now. Coach, defensively, what do you expect to see out of this Caverna defensive unit?
Well, they've based out of a 4-4 front, so they're an even front team. They've ran a little, odd front, odd stack, but they've really been in the even front more than anything else. And you never really know. I've had so many defenses junk me, from time to time. So you never really know what to expect. I think that's why in the preseason you've got to do a great job going over kind of how you would attack everything very generically. And we always do that, but we're expecting them to be in a 4-4 front. To be honest, they have not been very good on defense. This is not going to be one of the better defensive teams that we've played this season. There'll be those kind of things you've got to do really well to make sure you're improving, and that's the thing that I've impressed upon the kids this week. We want to make sure we're getting better this week to where we're a better football team at the end of this week than we were 2 Fridays ago.
Coach, when you look at their defense, they got 15 sacks this year. 8 of them come from Tyson Martin. We talked about the Martin twins yesterday. They do it defensively for him, too. This Tyson Martin kid gets in the backfield quickly.
Yeah, so he'll play their strong side defensive end position. That's where they play him. And, he's a big kid now. I mean, he's about 6'4".
Wow.
He's a specimen. He really is. He's a kid that's going to play college football somewhere and, be able to do some things. So, he's a really nice athlete, as is his twin brother. And, those 2 guys are really good football players. And, they try to get those guys turned loose as best they can. So, we've got to be aware of them, but we've got to take care of ourselves more than anything.
Yeah, Coach, when you play a team like Caverna, how can I phrase this question? I'm sure there are teams you go against where you're like, well, these guys are powerhouses, they're good, and they're good every single year. But how special is it to go against a team like Caverna, maybe that struggles a little bit, but almost in the same boat, Coach, that Danville was the previous couple of years, where you've got guys that are on the team now that are still sticking it out, despite the fact that they kind of knew coming in with guys that quit the team or transferred, they weren't going to have a real good year. Does that make it kind of special for you, even on the opposing team, to see guys stick it out for a team that you don't even coach?
I think it's fantastic. And I've said before on this radio spot and in other public speaking engagements that I have greater respect for the kids that play football in those circumstances than I do kids that play at Louisville Trinity or kids that play at Highlands or kids that play in those places. Because I think it's much more difficult to play in circumstances where, there's so many things against you, and it's going to be an uphill battle to get wins. And I just have so much more respect for kids that play football in those circumstances.
Yeah, with Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, what's the practice agenda on this Wednesday?
Well, winning Wednesday, so it's going to be about competing. It's going to be about a little bit more 11-on-11 in practice, some team period stuff to make sure we're understanding, everything in the team scenarios where our eyes are going to be, where we need to be aware of situational football, understanding what they like to do on first downs as opposed to second and medium. And then what we're going to do offensively in some of those situations. So that's what it's about on Wednesday as much as anything.
There you go, Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, before you go, let me ask you this question. We asked you yesterday about the longest game that you've coached in. You mentioned the triple overtime game back in 2006. On Monday of this week, it was known as the Sports Equinox. It was like the only day in the year where Major League Baseball, the National Football League, the NBA, the National Hockey League, and the Major League Soccer Association were all playing a game on the same day. So a sports fan's dream. Let me ask you this, Coach. You can't pick a football player for this answer. It's got to be a player outside of football. Who is your favorite athlete, but you can't pick a football player? Who do you got?
My favorite athlete, but I can't pick a football player.
Of all time. You can go back to your childhood or maybe an athlete when you were in college that you admire or whatever it may be.
Yeah, my favorite athlete to study is probably Jesse Owens.
Nice.
Because all the things that he had to deal with, just everything surrounding the 36 Olympics, and for him to be able to perform in the way in which he did is just absolutely incredible. And, he's probably my favorite athlete to study. Muhammad Ali would be up there as well. Muhammad Ali's somebody for so many reasons that I love studying. Because I think the psychological component about what he brought to boxing was absolutely incredible. And, I guess those two guys probably more than any pop in my mind.
There you go. So studying guys who maybe faced adversity, which both of those athletes did, were able to respond through adversity and fight through that. And in Jesse Owens' example, win a gold medal at the Olympics. For Muhammad Ali, win, obviously, the world heavyweight title. So two guys that fought through that and were able to respond.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think you're respected the same way if you don't have to fight through, a good amount of adversity. Those guys, as you mentioned, they fought through adversity in their sport and then outside of their sport as well. So I think that's what makes them really, really unique.
Yeah, Jesse Owens' case, fighting through adversity as he was literally competing in a sport. Like, it was going on while he was doing this Olympic thing. It wasn't, so trying to keep focused on the goal while all this craziness and nonsense is going on around you. Two really good answers. Coach, we appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again about special teams tomorrow morning, okay?
All right, let's go, lads.
There you go. That's Danville Admiral head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Apologize for that slip-up. 7:32 in the morning. It is 48 degrees here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in. 238-9447. It's 7:32. It's 47 degrees in Danville Wednesday, the 29th day of October.
I didn't always understand harm reduction, but then I saw the impact. People are alive today because someone had Narcan. Families didn't have to bury their loved ones. That's what harm reduction is really about, saving lives and keeping our community safer. At Bull County Health Department Harm Reduction, we provide free Narcan, overdose education, fentanyl and xylazine test strips, syringe exchange, and HIV and Hep C testing. Because when we offer people tools to stay safe, we give them a chance to seek help when they are ready. A healthier, safer community starts with all of us. Call 859-319-7468. Together, we can save lives.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today as Buckle Up Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
WHIR, WRNZ, WHBN are owned and operated by Hometown Broadcasting as part of the Hometown Radio Network. Hometown Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer. Hometown Employment Opportunities. If your organization distributes information about employment opportunities to job seekers or refers job seekers to employers and would like to receive job vacancy notices for the Hometown Radio Network stations, please provide us with the name, mailing address, email address if applicable, telephone number, fax number, and contact person to the following person at Hometown Broadcasting. Robert Wagner, General Manager, 2063 Shakertown Road, Danville, Kentucky, 40422. It is a policy of Hometown Broadcasting Incorporated to provide equal employment opportunity to all qualified individuals without regard to their race, color, religion, national origin, sex, age, and/or disability.
There's nothing like Friday nights in Central Kentucky. It's high school football season, and we get your Friday night started off with a Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show. It's Central Kentucky's only pregame show. We'll talk about this Friday night's games. We have the Danville Office Equipment High School Fantasy Football Draft, and we have a blast on the Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show, kicking off Friday nights at 6 o'clock on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to graceland-ky.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh Joe. Thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'll give you a free quote, 859-236-6686. Rain showers, high of 51, low tonight 45, inch and a half. Excuse me, I just had to turn the mic off and clear my throat there for a second. 1.5 inches of rain possible today. Tomorrow, showers likely, cloudy and 52. Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 57. Right now, it's 7:39 in the morning. It is 48 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. 859-238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. All right, here's a story that our buddy here at the radio station, Sid Dunn, would like to hear. Sid's all into the extraterrestrial life, aliens and things like that, and he's been following the story of apparently this, like, weird flying object that is making its way towards Earth. And, like, he's been following it. Like, he watches it on YouTube and all of that. So here's a story Sid Dunn would like to hear. This could really throw a winch into your Halloween plans. A bunch of sites are claiming that today is the day aliens could first make contact with us. Well, there's a chance of it, at least. If you're not up on the UFO news, an interstellar comet from outside our solar system has been zipping past us the last few months. It's only the third one we've ever seen, and it's pretty big. The size of Manhattan is what experts think. Again, like, I know a little bit about it because just like secondhand from Sid talking to me. It's different than normal comets, so the X-Files crowd thinks maybe it's a mothership. It's millions of miles away, like right now, so it's like on the other side of the sun. So it's flying behind the sun, which is interesting to me, because I'm not sure that in my 36 years I've ever given thought to the fact that there's a back of the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you revolve around it, I guess. But to me, like, you see the sun as some flat object. Like, oh, it's behind the sun. That's interesting. So that's what it's doing. It's hanging out behind the sun. So why is today the day that some experts think aliens can make contact with us? Well, basically, this is the day when it reaches its closest point to the sun. It's an event called perihelion. If it's aliens, today's the best day for them to change course by firing their boosters and using the sun's gravity like a slingshot. And if they know we're watching, they might want to reach out to either, 1, say hi, or 2, to destroy us. A guy at Harvard named Avi Loeb has been pushing the alien theory. He joked last month that if you're planning a vacation, maybe go before October the 29th. And today's October 29th. He didn't really predict they'd make first contact today. The internet is kind of exaggerating this. His point is that they could be back behind the sun doing who knows what. What are they doing back behind the dark side of the sun? But it's not dark because the sun's bright. But they're just behind the sun. We can't see them. And we're now in the window of when they maybe could reach out. The comet's been behind the sun for a few weeks, and we won't be able to see it again for a month or more. So even if it does change course, we wouldn't know for a little while unless like a Jupiter probe gets a peek at it next week or something. Fans of the theory think there's a chance that the mothership has already released probes and they're on their way here, but really there's no reason to think today is any more likely than tomorrow or any other day. There's maybe an outside chance that aliens make contact with us today. That, according to experts who believe this mothership, the size of Manhattan, is it's a little bit different than normal comets. They think that it's maybe an alien spaceship. We'll have to see what happens. 859-238-WHIR, phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR-9447. We've got Linda McClanahan coming up, calling in with a county agent's report, and hopefully right after our NBC Entertainment update that we get.
Demi Lovato will head out on tour for the first time since 2022 next year. The singer announced her It's Not That Deep tour will kick off on April 18th in Charlotte. The 23-day tour will also take her to cities like Nashville, Boston, New York, and Los Angeles. It will wrap up on May 25th in Houston. Ticket pre-sales will start October 30th with general on sale set for October 31st. Cinemark and IMAX are teaming up to open more rare 70-millimeter screens next year. Tammy Trujillo has details.
This comes ahead of Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated The Odyssey hitting theaters in July. Nolan's preferred format is IMAX 70-millimeter, with the first showings of The Odyssey in that rare format already sold out. The new theaters will be located in the Chicago suburb of Woodridge, Colorado Springs, and Rochester, New York. There are currently just 30 IMAX 70-millimeter theaters in the world. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
5 Seconds of Summer are gearing up to hit the road for a world tour. The Everyone's a Star World Tour is in support of the band's upcoming album, Everyone's a Star. The North American leg begins on May 29th in Uncasville, Connecticut, and concludes on August 28th in Mountain View, California. Alongside the announcement, 5 Seconds of Summer have released a new single titled Telephone Buys from their album. Tickets for the tour go on sale this Friday. That's entertainment. I'm Jacqueline Carl.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
This year, there will be more than 600 traffic-related deaths in Kentucky. Over 100 fatalities will be people riding motorcycles. Over a dozen will be on bicycles. And more than 70 will be pedestrians. Scary numbers. But together, we can make our roadways safer. Whether you drive, ride, bike, or walk, please share the roads safely.
A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
What does lime do to a farmer's field? Lime provides calcium and magnesium essential elements. Calcium helps plants build cell walls, aids in early root growth, improves plant vigor, and encourages seed production. Mercer Stone specializes in the production and distribution of high-quality lime. And right now, their fall special for high-quality lime is just $7 a ton. That's right, $7 a ton. They're also a supplier of crushed stone. Call them or visit them on Bergen Road in Harrodsburg. At Mercer Stone, we will rock you.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating, and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
All righty, 7:46 in the morning, 47 degrees. Linda McClanahan is on here for the County Agent's Corner. Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Linda. Appreciate you being on here. Giving us an update from the Mercer County Extension Office, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Linda McClanahan.
As temperatures continue to decrease, it's important to know and understand how various species of forage reacts to frost and freezes in order to best utilize these forages and avoid potential health problems. Freezing changes the metabolism and composition of plants. Depending on plant species, this can create possible forage-related animal disorders or the need to alter grazing management practices. Plants such as sorghum, Sudan grass, sorghum Sudan hybrids, Johnson grass, wild cherry, and others contain cyanide-producing compounds. When these plants are damaged by frost or drought conditions, a reaction produces larger quantities of cyanide. It's important to use extreme caution when grazing these species during damaging conditions. Soils high in nitrogen and low in phosphorus have greater potential of producing harmful levels of cyanide. Leaves, new shoots, and tillers have higher levels of cyanide. If there's a non-killing frost, wait 10 to 14 days with no additional frost action before grazing. It is advised to keep livestock off these pastures for up to 3 days after a killing frost. If large amounts of cyanide, often referred to as prussic acid, are consumed, the compound interferes with oxygen utilization and livestock can die from respiratory paralysis. Symptoms appear quickly after forage is consumed. These symptoms may include cherry red-colored blood, staggering, labored breathing, spasms, foaming at the mouth, falling, thrashing, severe convulsions, and death. Immediate treatment by a veterinarian is needed to save livestock suffering from cyanide poisoning. When cut for hay, cyanide content decreases significantly during the curing process. A fair amount of this poison escapes as gas during fermentation when used for silage. Although it's usually safe to feed these species as hay or silage, it's important to be cautious when grazing any forage that can potentially have high cyanide levels. Using caution when grazing these forages during times of stress can usually eliminate the possibility of cyanide poisoning in livestock. Wait the recommended time before grazing after a frost. Mixing non-threatening forages into the diet can be beneficial as well. Using test animals is another option rather than turning the whole herd onto a field. The risk of cyanide poisoning this season can be reduced by following these practices. Wait 10 to 14 days after non-killing frost with no additional frost action before grazing. Do not graze after a killing frost until plant material is dry. The toxin usually dissipates within 72 hours. Do not graze at night when frost is likely. High levels of toxins are produced within hours after frost occurs. Delay feeding silage for 6 to 8 weeks following ensiling. And that's today's Farm News. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agent's Corner, service the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Extension offices.
There you go. That is Linda McClanahan from the Mercer County Extension Office. Linda, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again Friday morning, okay?
Thank you.
All righty, there you go, Linda. Appreciate that. The County Agent's Corner. Hey, real quickly, some random facts for you this morning. Some random things you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Here we go. Fact number 1. We actually talked about this yesterday. If you listened in the 6 o'clock in the morning hour yesterday, Doug Thacker called in. And he aggravated us a little bit, but he did ask me, Joe, how many pitches do you think were thrown in Game 3 of the World Series? And I guessed like 597. He said, wow, you're close. 609 is the correct answer. Yeah, Game 3 of the Dodgers-Blue Jays World Series Monday night featured 609 pitches across 18 innings over 6 hours and 39 minutes. Goodness gracious. Number 2, of all the circulating U.S. currency in the world, about 80% of that in the world right now is in $100 bills. Yeah, not in my wallet. I still got the $6 in my wallet, though. I'm waiting for someone to deliver the Oreos with a Reese peanut butter cream in them. I still got my $6 waiting on you. First person that brings them in, I'll give you all the money in my wallet. It's $6. Number 3, America does have an ally that's considered their oldest ally. Probably not a country you'd think. It's the country of Morocco. It became the first nation to recognize the U.S. in December of 1777, and we've shared an unbroken treaty ever since. We're BFFs with Morocco. Number 4, the difference between a play in New York theater district being Broadway, off-Broadway, or off-Broadway is the size of the theater. Doesn't matter necessarily where it is. It matters how big the theater is. Over 500 seats in a theater is a Broadway. 100 to 499 is off-Broadway. 99 seats or less off-Broadway. I had no idea. I figured Broadway is where the theater is. If it's off-Broadway, it's like one street over. You know, it's like generic. It's not quite Broadway, but you're kind of close. It's like buying Dr. Pop when you want Dr. Pepper. It may not taste exactly the same, but it gets you through in a pinch. And then off-Broadway is like buying Mr. Salt instead of Dr. Pepper. Like, it doesn't taste a thing like it, but I only have 99 cents and I got to have me a soda. I'm going to buy me the off-brand Mr. Salt. All right, number 5. The hotel chain Days Inn didn't get its name because you're supposed to stay there for days or anything like that. It's actually named after its founder, Cecil B. Day. It was Days Inn. But it is kind of a play on words, and it works well for the name of a hotel. And that's what's our random facts for you this morning on this Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. It's 48 degrees on this 29th of October, Wednesday morning. We're back after this to see what's going on in the world of weird. Coming up next.
Danville Bike and Footwear is listening to their customers with an edition of Ultra running shoes. Ultra is known for its roomy toe box and zero to low drop that adds to your comfort, whether you are running errands or on our beautiful Kentucky trails. Danville Bike and Footwear specializes in individual shoe fittings to ensure maximum comfort. They carry Brooks, Saucony, Asics, and now Ultra shoes for your active lifestyle. Come into Danville Bike and Footwear and let them find the perfect fit for your feet in downtown Danville.
Discover the power of radio. If you're a business owner looking to grow, you should know that radio sells with intimacy. When you have something important to communicate, which would you prefer? To show them a picture? To write to them? Or would you talk to them using the emotion of the human voice? Radio sells with intimacy. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
What about it, folks? It's a Wednesday morning. We're 2 days away from Halloween, and we're going to see what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, Celebrity News. Those people so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. Our rule of thumb: if a celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it, you should do, say, and think the opposite. Here we go. All right, I don't know how this is real, like, celebrity news, but it's kind of cool, I guess. A new Dr. Seuss book is on the way, just in time for America's 250th birthday. It's technically not a new book. A complete manuscript was found in Dr. Seuss's archives in San Diego, along with a cover sketch and art direction. It's called Sing the 50 United States, and will teach kids the names of each state with the help of the Cat in the Hat. The CEO of Dr. Seuss Enterprises says, quote, uncovering a new work from Ted, which his name was Theodore Ted, is like finding a time capsule of imagination. Sing the 50 United States celebrates his boundless creativity, genius, and ways, and enduring ability to inspire young readers everywhere. We're honored to share this new Dr. Seuss treasure with readers across America during such a meaningful milestone year. It comes out June the 2nd of next year, and it's already available for pre-order wherever books are sold. This is not Dr. Seuss's first posthumous release, by the way. His most recent was What Pet Should I Get? Back in 2015. People are mad about Bad Bunny. Well, some people. Getting the halftime show. But it seems as if the choice is fairly popular. People are actually trying to learn Spanish now so they'll understand the lyrics. The language app Speak says, quote, it's our biggest spike in U.S. downloads driven by a cultural event with many users writing understanding Bad Bunny as a reason they're interested in learning Spanish. A Bad Bunny fan named Nicholas Miller has become TikTok famous in his quest to learn Spanish in time for the game in February. He's also learning Bad Bunny's lyrics so that he can sing along in Spanish fluently. But he says, quote, I really thought, I totally can do this. How hard can it be? Turns out very hard. Even fluent Spanish speakers tell me they struggle with Bad Bunny's lyrics, but I'm loving the challenge. And story number 3. Hold on a second. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Nirvana. Did you know that Nirvana, well, obviously they had a first song ever on the radio. The question is, what song was it? Back in 1988, Nirvana covered a 20-year-old song by a Dutch band called Shocking Blue. It was Love Buzz. A guy named Scott Vanderpool from Sub Pop Records got a test pressing as soon as it arrived in the mail, then turned around and played it on a Seattle radio show. The very same 7-inch vinyl test pressing is on the auction block as we speak. As of last night, the bidding was up to $8,500. You might want to check and see if that's changed. Love Buzz was on Nirvana's 1989 album called Bleach. Did you know the first Nirvana record that was ever played on the radio is now up for sale? People are learning Spanish from language apps so they can understand the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. And a new Dr. Seuss book is on the way for America's 250th birthday. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, Celebrity News. Melton's Deli in Danville. Here we go. Let's go to Melton's and grab a sandwich for lunch. We'll go with the grilled chicken breast at $6.99 at Melton's Deli in Danville. Though that price may have changed, this menu I'm looking at is a little bit dated. Either way, it's a good sandwich to pick. Let's go with it. All natural grilled chicken breast, lettuce, tomatoes, and your choice of dressing, served in a toasted onion bun. If you're looking to eat something getting a little bit healthier, it's number 8. It's Melton's Deli, the grilled chicken breast. Tell them you heard them this morning on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Say, coming up in the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, we've got State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, who joins this show at 8:10. We'll catch up with our state senator. And the 9 o'clock in the morning hour, we've got Heather Clary, the Better Business Bureau, joins us for a BBB update. We do that every 4th Wednesday of the month at 9:35.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. There's still no clear path to the end of the federal government shutdown, now in day 29. The Senate on Tuesday was once again unable to approve legislation that would have reopened the government. It was the 13th attempt and the 13th failure. Democrats are holding firm on demands to save health care subsidies that keep insurance premiums down for millions, while Republicans refuse to negotiate until the government reopens. 25 states are suing the Trump administration over the suspension of food assistance benefits because of the shutdown. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins.
100% unequivocally, USDA does not have the $9.2 billion that it would require.
The lawsuit filed Tuesday against the Department of Agriculture comes as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is set to run out of money November 1st. It's expected to affect some 42 million Americans. The lawsuit argues the suspension of the benefits is illegal. Officials in Jamaica are assessing the impact after Hurricane Melissa slammed into the island as a catastrophic Category 5 storm, packing winds of 185 miles an hour. Chovon Johnson, a senior reporter at the Jamaica Gleaner, says thousands of people are in shelters.
We still yet don't have a handle on the scale of the impact of Hurricane Melissa. The authorities, the Prime Minister expected to lead a tour by helicopter just to get a sense of how widespread the damage is.
And Melissa has now made landfall in Cuba. The National Hurricane Center says the storm hit eastern Cuba overnight with top winds of 120 miles per hour. President Trump's 6-day Asia trip continues. He's in South Korea, where he met earlier today with President Lee Jae-myung. Trump is expected to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping on Thursday in the city of Busan, South Korea. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call Call 800-853-0975. That's 800-853-0975. 800-853-0975. Again, 800-853-0975.
PayPal is teaming up with OpenAI. More from Matt Mattinson.
The fintech company announced Tuesday that it will allow users to make purchases through ChatGPT starting next year. It will also allow merchants to use the same platform. The move makes PayPal the first digital wallet in ChatGPT. It also comes as OpenAI has been dipping its toes into e-commerce with recent partnerships with Shopify, Etsy, and Walmart. I'm Matt Mattinson.
The U.S. Postal Service says it's prepared for the holiday shipping rush this year. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The agency has recently invested close to $20 billion to improve logistics and processing. Roughly 14,000 seasonal employees are being hired to handle the increase in cards, letters, and packages. U.S. residents have roughly 7 weeks before the first USPS mailing and shipping deadline on December 17th for first-class mail. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Apple joined an elite group of companies on Tuesday, each worth over $4 trillion. The other two are Microsoft and NVIDIA. Apple first hit the $1 trillion mark in 2018. The company is set to report fiscal fourth quarter earnings after Thursday's closing bell on Wall Street. A man caught carrying meth-soaked clothing through LAX is heading to prison in Los Angeles. Daniel Martindale.
On Monday, Northridge resident Raj Matharu was sentenced to 3 years behind bars. In November of 2024, he tried to board a flight from LAX to Sydney, Australia, with 2 suitcases containing more than a dozen clothing items. Prosecutors say those clothes, including a cow pajama onesie, were caked in nearly 2.4 pounds of meth. In June, Matharu pleaded guilty to 1 federal count of possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine.
Jay-Z is standing firm on his support for Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl halftime show next year. The rapper told TMZ that the Puerto Rican artist is more loved in the U.S. than some would think. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels.
This is an advertisement. Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every $1 donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect, making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today as Buckle Up Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, president of Leaf Filter, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, thanks for that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop. 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless tint repair. Sunshine, not in the forecast today until Friday. We will get sunshine expected on Friday. High today of 51. This is the day where we expect the most rain. About 1.5 inches of rain is possible. Tomorrow, showers likely, cloudy, 52. Friday, again, sunshine, 57. Saturday, you get patchy frost early, otherwise sunny, and 57. Sunday, partly sunny and 59. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It is 47 degrees, and our state senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe, joins us this morning here on the show. Good morning, State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
We gave you the full official title, State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. What's going on in our state senator's world today?
Whew, it's busy. Busy, Joe. We are trying to get ready to cram the last couple weeks here of the interim into session. So the good news about that is that committee meetings will start to get a little bit less, and you're having more one-on-one meetings with your colleagues in the district trying to get ready for session. I was in Boyle County on Friday doing that with Judge Bottom. We spent almost 2 hours going through some of the things that are important to her and to Boyle County and making sure I was clear about transportation requests and issues where the state might be able to come in, do one-time money and support the county. We'll have to kind of wait and see as we've talked about, wait and see exactly where the budget ends up and where we allow some money, but certainly making sure we're on the same page, and that's a fun process. It allows me to spend some time seeing where our priorities overlay.
Yeah, so getting that done. Senator Bledsoe, what about our national government? Are they ever going to get anything done? Can we just lock them in a room together and say, y'all ain't getting out until y'all do something? You're not going to use the bathroom. You're not even going to get a slice of pizza. If your throat's parched, sorry, you can get water when you come to an agreement. Y'all going to get something done. At what point, Senator Bledsoe, is something going to happen?
Gosh, I hope so. I mean, you are not wrong. We've actually had that suggestion. Several people have said to me, can't they just lock them in Congress, lock them in their rooms and say, no one's moving. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't even mean Congress. That seems too cushy of a room. I want just a room with concrete walls and a concrete floor, a table, and 2 pretty uncomfortable chairs. And let's get this thing done.
That might be more fair.
Yeah.
More representation of the people's feelings right now.
Yeah.
It is frustrating. I mean, listen, as we've said, government needs to work for the people. And there, as Senator McConnell has said at different points, there's times to make a point, there's times to make a difference, and at some point you have to move on and work together and find compromise and remember that we all work for the people who are counting on us to get together and find yes. So I would hope sooner than later. As we get towards the holidays, I think people get real nervous about what that looks like through Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I'm as concerned as you are.
Yeah. A couple of things. First of all, number one, you said they work for the people, which obviously is 100% correct. How many people of the American citizens do you think actually support what they're doing? It's got to be such a small number. Like, what are you all doing? Like, work something out. We don't even like what you're doing right now, and you're supposed to be representing us.
So it's interesting, and I don't want to speak for members of Congress because I'm not one. And so, what I know is probably very little of what might actually be happening, in the room. But, negotiating with people who aren't willing to move or to get off their principles is exhausting and not fun. Sometimes people get frustrated with that and say, we're not going to do it anymore. And I think what you're seeing is several people saying, we're not going to just do the same old thing because we're going to do the same old thing, especially since the debt has become what it has become. Mm-hmm. So what I do hear from members is we can't keep spending at the levels that the government has been spending and pretend we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the holdout, is people are just kind of drawing that line in the sand and saying, no, enough is enough. We're going to have to reduce government to make it functional. And the challenge with that is you and I might agree. In fact, we might get most Americans to say, yes, we need to shrink the size of government. It's no longer sustainable, but I want to cut this and you want to cut that. And then we can't find agreement on where to make those trims that need to happen. And that, I think, is what's going on right now.
Yeah, so we'll continue to monitor that. I just don't know. I guess it was a 2-part question. That was number one. Number two, kind of a question and a statement. I don't know how people who are supposed to be getting paid are continuing to show up for work and not get paid. Now, they're going to get, when they open the government back up, they're going to get some fat paychecks, right? Because the back pay is going to be nice. But, it'd be hard to be motivated to even get me, Senator Bledsoe, to come do this radio show every morning if I knew I wasn't going to get a paycheck, right? So,
100%.
That's crazy to me. The number of people not getting paid, the number of times that national government politics and politicians have let the people down that they serve, it's ridiculous.
Well, I would agree with you on that. And again, I find when people talk about Congress, we have, 140 members of the General Assembly in both chambers and both parties. There's 400, some of them. They don't, getting to yes and finding cohesion and finding agreement, I think must be one of the hardest things, especially in the politicized world that we find ourselves in lately. It's real hard to even get to talk to each other to agree to come to a yes. That's my personal experience, is I have found that to be very frustrating. I can only imagine how frustrating it is up there. And yet, at the end of the day, our military members need to be paid.
Yes.
Post office needs to have the mail delivered. We have people dependent upon government services that either need to be told well in advance these things are changing so there can be time to move off that, or they need to find a way to get to yes, and it's very frustrating. I understand why people, and here the real challenge, I think, is it bleeds over everything. We've talked a lot about Fayette County schools.
Yeah.
Well, the Fayette County school situation bleeds over into city government, bleeds into state government. You hear ineffectiveness at the congressional level, and you think, the pox on all your houses, I hate government. And it looks like government can't do anything well for anyone. And that's exceptionally frustrating.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of
my personal level.
Yes, yeah. Speaking of, well, it's funny because we talked last week about, what was it? Oh, the funding for senior meals, and how you're like, it's kind of frustrating to see someone, maybe not even, like, you don't want to take the credit necessarily, but see someone take the credit when it was kind of his fault to begin with because they didn't ask for enough money in the budget to begin with, right? And so,
correct. It's very much the same thing.
Yeah.
It's very much the same thing. And I think from most people's perspectives, I mean, I get calls all the time, and I know my colleagues at different levels get calls, and they'll say, well, Amanda, do something about immigration. And I said, well, that is not in my purview. You need to call, a congressional member, or I'll get someone who at the city council would call and say, fix something at the state, and you have to you're consistently educating people on where your boundaries are. All of us don't get to touch every issue. And so it's very frustrating when you see parts of government do well, and then parts of the government do not so well. Everyone kind of gets dumped into that bucket, and we need good public servants to serve in the government. We need people to serve as firemen and police officers and librarians and teachers and community leaders. And when it feels like you can't, where it's too polarized to do that, people don't want to serve.
Yeah. Speaking of needing good people to serve, the same thing with school board members. There is an update from the Fayette County Public School that I guess they had their school board meeting Monday night. They did vote for an external audit Monday night. It was apparently a long meeting, as I can imagine. More than 20 people spoke during the public comment section at the hours-long board meeting on Monday, majority expressing frustration of the district's financial situation. They did not vote 3-2. They did vote 3-2 not to discuss a collective bargaining resolution, which would have created a unionized process for wages and benefits negotiations. They did, however, approve a motion for an external audit. So, Senator Bledsoe, again, there's a lot of big words. We're not but humble people here. Tell us what's going on this week with the Fayette County School Board.
Well, here's the real challenge with what they're doing. They're continuing to have debates about codes, about where to put expenses, what line item and what code should we use. They're having the wrong conversation. The right conversation is, should we be spending that money on this kind of exercise or activity or expense or not? Not where it's going to be recorded. So the audit's going to show, did money come in and money go out? Did money come in and get appropriately tagged to an item that is legally expendable, correct? Right? Like, you have to put it on an item that, makes sense. You can't put food items on travel. You can't put teacher salaries. So they're having the completely wrong argument. So good for them for having the audit. But it's like every other audit. It is not going to have the discussion of the real problem, which is where and why are we spending that resource? And that's what's so interesting, I think, when I'm talking to people, especially in Frankfort. And I've had some of these conversations with KDE as well as Fayette County, trying to figure out where do we, 92% of Fayette County kids go to public schools.
Yeah.
92%. They need to be successful. And having a discussion or debate over where to put the charge, not whether the charge is appropriate or not, is the real challenge. And I'm not sure they understand the level of frustration within the community about that conversation. And it's not just disappointing, it can be infuriating, because you have parents and people showing up arguing very much that point, and you have members who are just not getting it.
Is it not a reflection of what's going on in D.C.? You got people saying, well, y'all, please do what we want you to. And the politicians in D.C. saying, we're not going to do. We're going to try to do what we want to do. Same thing with the Fayette County School Board. You got 20 parents showing up saying, please, we're asking you to do this. And they say, nope, we're not going to do it.
Well, I think yes and no. I think they're asking for change and for accountability. And I think they just have different. I was having this conversation about the unions in particular. And I understand there are certain members of let's say, Democratic Party or others who feel very strongly about union membership and its role in, let's just say, teacher pay. Okay, well, their real interest is in raising teacher pay, correct? Well, I can have the same interest. I may not agree, or others may not agree, that doing it through a union, through collective bargaining, is the right medium, the right way to get there. But we can all agree that we want teachers to have better pay.
Yeah.
So let's, so focus on the shared interests and less on the barriers that get us there. And so I think they're just fighting all the wrong things. And, where do we go from here is absolutely the next question. And there's definitely some community members meeting and having that conversation. Where do we get more involved? And I'll give you a good example. Rockcastle has a very interesting local accountability model that I've pitched. I've done some research. They have members of 7 different pillars where you have a lot of local accountability outside the school board, sitting on those pillars and saying, we're going to hold this pillar accountable. And I think that may be something that you might see the General Assembly move more towards. How do we have more local involvement, not less?
Yeah. Yeah, we're with State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Senator, real quickly, floor is open for you. Anything that we haven't talked about that you want to make sure you let your constituents know?
Be very careful on Friday night. We have rain, we have darkness, and we have kids going trick-or-treating. Lots of ball games happening Friday night, lots of activities in our communities. I would just remind, people as you're driving on the roads on Friday, be very careful. Be mindful of the little ones around. We're getting towards the end of this fall festival season, so there's lots of fun activities. And again, if you've got an issue or concern you want to raise with me, we are putting those things together to talk to my colleagues about. So feel free to reach out and have a meeting, have a conversation. My door is always open.
There you go, Senator Bledsoe. Appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe.
Right. Bye. That's our State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. It's 8:24 in the morning. Let's see what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. Those headlines that you may not get in your everyday sports. Here we go, starting off with the World Series. Game 5 is tonight. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to get at least one more home game in the 2025 World Series. Last night in L.A., Toronto gave their answer to the epic 18-inning 6-5 loss on Monday night into Tuesday morning with a 6-2 win to even the series 2 games apiece. Big win for the Blue Jays. Shout out to them. The Dodgers opened the score in the second inning, but the Blue Jays took over after that thanks to stellar pitching from former Radio Rick Cleveland Guardian, his favorite team, Shane Bieber, and a 4-run 7th inning. Game 5 tonight, 8 o'clock. Trey Savage takes the mound for Toronto. Blake Snell for the Dodgers. Vladdy Jr. homered off Shohei Ohtani in the third to give the Blue Jays a 2-1 lead.
Had an 11th warning for the 19th in Yamamoto. There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone. Vlad Jr. gives the Jays the lead.
Yeah, he sure did. Here's the final call as the Blue Jays beat the Dodgers 6-2 yesterday in Game 4.
Line drive left field. Miles Straw puts it away. And the Blue Jays have tied this series up. After the gut-wrenching loss last night that might have just wiped a lesser team off, the Blue Jays bounce back and win it 6-2.
Yeah, that is a big, if I'm a Blue Jays fan, I'm proud of the effort last night. After you lose in 18 innings on the road, feel like your back's broken, and you come back and win Game 4. That's the way it's done. In the world of sports wagering, the scoregami has become one of the more fun and interesting pro bets out there. To win a scoregami wager, the final score in an NFL game needs to be one that's never happened before in the history of the game. The database of every NFL game played since 1922 reveals the scoring combinations that have never happened before, and those scores that have happened more than any others. So if you're wondering, what score has happened more than any others in the history of the National Football League? 20-17. The score has happened in 298 games, more than any other. 27-24 has happened 239 times. 23-20, 214 times. And 17-14, 200 times. So every single one of the top 5 has been a 3-point margin of win for the winning team. That's what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. We have more sports coming your way next with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. 8:30 news is right around the corner as well. Take it away, Steve.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The World Series is now a best 2 out of 3 after Toronto downed Los Angeles last night 6-2. The series is now tied at 2 wins apiece. The Dodgers led 1-0 early before Vladdy Guerrero Jr. blasted a 2-run homer off Shohei Ohtani in the third. The Jays then put up a 4 spot in the top of the 7th. Game 5 is tonight in L.A. Scheduled starters are Trey Yesavage for the Blue Jays against the Dodgers' Blake Snell. Mark Pope's Kentucky Wildcats entertain the Georgetown Hoyas tomorrow night in Rupp Arena. It's the second exhibition game for UK. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30. Tip-offs at 7 o'clock for Kentucky versus Georgetown Thursday on Z105. In other men's college action, tonight, Center College visits Bellarmine in Louisville. Tip-offs at 7. In the girls' 12th region quarterfinals last night, Boyle County lost the first 2 sets, then rallied to beat Wayne County 3-2 to advance to this evening's semifinals. West Jessamine shut out Pulaski County 3-0 last night. Tonight's 12th region girls volleyball semifinals at Somerset High School begin at 6 o'clock with Trinity Christian versus Somerset Christian, followed at 8 by Boyle County versus West Jessamine. The finals are set for tomorrow night. The 2025 high school football season closes out this weekend. Hometown Radio brings you 4 games this Friday. Boyle County's at Frederick Douglass on Z105 at 7:30. Danville entertains Caverna at 8 on WHIR. Mercer County travels to John Hardin at 7:30 on WHBN, and Garrett County visits Lincoln County at 7:30, streaming live at hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey there, it's your radio again, just checking in. Today, why don't you and I do some radio magic? And say, envelope, please. The answer is 3. And if you run a business, here are 3 reasons you should consider radio to grow your business. Number 1, radio reaches your potential customers everywhere, at home, at work, at play, in the car. No other media can say that. Number 2, radio has the best value for your advertising dollar. It's got the best ROI on any other media. And 3, if you want to reach new customers or encourage repeat business, with radio you can target your customers. It's able to reach the right people at the right time with the right message at the right cost. It's like magic. Radio delivers results.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Morgan McGarvey were sounding the alarm Tuesday on health insurance premiums amid the government shutdown.
The 2 Democrats held a virtual news conference to call on President Trump and Republicans to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits, which have been the sticking point in the shutdown.
If these credits aren't extended, nearly 100,000 Kentuckians with insurance plans through our state marketplace called Connect could see up to 37% higher premiums for 2026 coverage.
President Trump and GOP leaders say they will consider extending the tax credits that otherwise expire at year's end, but only after Democrats vote to reopen the government. I'm Paul Miles.
Also on Tuesday, Governor Beshear joined 25 other states and the District of Columbia in a lawsuit against the United States Department of Agriculture. The suit challenges the department's unprecedented suspension of SNAP benefits for November to 42 million Americans and nearly 600,000 Kentuckians. In a statement joining the lawsuit, Beshear said, "Our president should be focused on fighting hunger, not causing it." The plaintiff states and D.C. are asking for a preliminary injunction to force USDA to resume the SNAP benefits immediately. The man convicted of stabbing Logan Tipton's family members and the 6-year-old to death back in 2015 is heading back to the Commonwealth. Florida Attorney General James Althmeyer announced Tuesday Ronald Exantis is heading back to Kentucky. He was arrested after allegedly failing to register as a felon within 48 hours of arriving for his re-entry supervision. A final revocation hearing is slated next for Exantis, which could determine if he'll be reincarcerated in a Kentucky state prison if his leave is revoked by the parole board. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's Lee's Famous Recipes 3-Piece Special Day. You get 3 pieces of famous or crispy chicken or famous strips, your choice of 2 sides, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just $8.26 tax included. A savings of almost $2. Catch the Danville Special, a piece of their famous fish, chicken strip, a side of your choice, and buttermilk biscuit for one low price. Lee's caters at 859-236-8777. The best value every Wednesday is a 3-piece chicken dinner for only $8.26. Lee's Famous Recipe in Danville on South 4th.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up, Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today as Buckle Up, Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Fraud is on the rise, and scam artists use fear in their favor. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. Messages saying you urgently need to do something, like share your private information, is a sign that it's a scam. Stay alert and be secure.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Riley Joe. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Right Meyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Rain showers. A high today 51, low tonight 45. An inch and a half of rain is possible tonight. Tomorrow, showers likely cloudy and a high of 52. On Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 57. Right now, it's 8:38. Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom is going to be calling in here in about 5 minutes or so to talk about tomorrow's recycling workshop. So we'll have Judge Bottom on right after this.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Waterfalls, brightly colored lace, crashing waves, beaches, mountains, and Polynesian cooking. An exotic paradise comprised of 6 major islands in the South Pacific. Temperatures in Hawaii range from 60 to 90 degrees all year long. White sand beaches for sunning and coral reefs for snorkeling. Golf courses, tennis courts, and water sports. Marry on a sailboat cruise at White Ginger Falls, where a 75-foot waterfall can be the backdrop for your ceremony. Wed at a botanical garden or underwater. Each Hawaiian island is rich in culture, and weddings can be performed on every one. To narrow things down, choose an island first, then pick your location. Key West is a great choice for honeymooning, with charm and dozens of B&Bs for your honeymoon pleasure. Key West works well for small destination weddings with lots of interesting sites your guests can explore on their own. The town is compact, making group events easy to organize. Celebrate your arrival with a sunset wedding cruise around the island. Check out the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum, the Audubon House and Tropical Gardens, the Mallory Square Docks, and Fort Zachary Taylor State Park. For wedding and honeymoon packages offered at these 2 tropical destinations, call your travel agent for details. My love note, any honeymoon destination can be paradise with the proper planning.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
All right, ever stared at your recycling bin and wondered, does this greasy pizza box belong in here? Or is it off to landfill heaven? Boyle County Recycling Center is here to save your recycling soul with a free recycling workshop.
Get the inside scoop on the new changes to curbside recycling, because apparently banana peels are still not recyclable, no matter how many times you jam them in there.
We'll show you hands-on tips. Literally, we're talking what goes in and what stays out, and even the weird, shiny equipment that sorts your jug so you know what you're doing.
Let's make Danville and Boyle County so clean and green.
Don't miss out. It's Thursday night, October 30th at 6 at Intercounty Energy Community Room in Danville on Houstonville Road. Mark your calendar, bring your trashy questions, and remember, recycle smart, recycle right.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Hey guys, it's Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg, and we're turning Harrisburg into a Halloween party. Rev up your UTV, ATV, or Jeep and roll in for a Thrill Fresh trick-or-treat. Saturday, November 1st from 5 to 8. Dress up, deck out your ride, and you could snag $250 in prizes for the best cost to invest vehicle. Enjoy great music, spooky games, candy galore, prizes, and giveaways all night long. So polish that machine, grab your crew, and join the fun. Can't wait to see everybody at Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Boo Books. Wendy's Junior Frosty coupon books are just $1 now through the end of October. Each book comes with 5 coupons for a free Junior Frosty. proceeds support Wendy's commitment to helping the DTFA. Learn more at wendys.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Mathis. Thanks for that. Rayleigh brought to you by our friends over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? The owners and operators have got you covered. Full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Rain showers, a high today 51, low tonight 45, an inch and a half of rain possible. Tomorrow showers likely and cloudy, high of 52. Friday mostly sunny and a high of 57. Right now it's 8:43 in the morning. It's 47 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. 859-238-WHIR, phone number to call in this morning. Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food. Hey, you can just eat it. Here we go. McDonald's brings all the flavor this fall with the debut of the new Buffalo Ranch sauce featured on a variety of limited-time menu items at participating locations starting on November 3rd. The new Buffalo Ranch sauce consists of creamy ranch base blended with a buffalo kick made with buttermilk, garlic, and onion for a mild heat that also works as a dip or a drizzle. The Buffalo Ranch snack wrap, a McCrispy strip with shredded cheese, lettuce, and Buffalo Ranch sauce wrapped on the go. The Buffalo Ranch McCrispy, a McCrispy filet and a toasted potato roll with thick-cut bacon, crinkle-cut pickles, and Buffalo Ranch sauce. The Buffalo Bacon Ranch Deluxe McCrispy. Add shredded lettuce and Roma tomatoes to the Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy. And the McCrispy strips with Buffalo Ranch dip. Breaded McCrispy strips served with a Buffalo Ranch sauce cup for dipping. The Buffalo Ranch sauce, you can also get it a la carte, and you can add a creamy Buffalo kick boost to any item. Monday, November the 3rd, Buffalo Ranch sauce. There you go. Arby's Thanksgiving-inspired menu returned for the holiday season with a deep-fried turkey gobbler, deep-fried turkey club, and the new apple pie shake at participating locations starting October 27th. The deep-fried turkey gobbler features a quarter pound of thick-sliced deep-fried turkey breast topped with crispy onions, melty Swiss cheese, stuffing, cranberry spread, and mayonnaise, all served in a toasted sub bun. The deep-fried turkey club sandwich includes a quarter pound of premium thick-sliced deep-fried turkey breast topped with cheddar cheese, crispy bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, all on a toasted sub bun. A la carte, the deep fried turkey club is $6.59. The deep fried turkey gobbler $6.99. Both combos start at $11.09. And hey, you know we love Zaxby's on the Joe Show, and Zaxby's expands its Asian Sensation lineup with a new giant Asian Sensation wrap. Actually sounds good. Sweet Asian glazed chicken fingers as well. November the 3rd, those will release. Exclusive early access via the Zaxby's app beginning on Monday of this week. Showcasing bold, sweet, and savory flavors fans know and love. The new Giant Asian Sensation Wrap is freshly made to order and features your choice of chopped, hand-breaded fried chicken fingers, grilled chicken tossed in teriyaki sauce wrapped in a warm flour tortilla and served with a side of crinkle fries and a small drink. There you go. Zaxby's introducing the new Giant Asian Sensation Wrap. Deep fried turkey gobbler and deep fried turkey club return to Arby's, and McDonald's unveils the new Buffalo Ranch menu featuring Buffalo Ranch McCrispy, Buffalo Ranch snack wrap, and more. Oh man, today's a good day for Grub Gab. New sauces, new menu items. Let's get it done. Grub Gab, the world of food where you can just eat it on the Joe Show. It's 8:46 in the morning, and Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom joins the show. Good morning, Judge Bottom. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I am doing great, and thank you so much for letting me come on for just a couple of minutes. I heard the ad as I was pulling in the parking lot about the recycling for tomorrow night. I love that. That's the first time I've heard it, so that was great. But I just wanted to remind everybody that we are having this recycling workshop tomorrow night, October 30th, from 6 to 8 at Intercounty Energy, and we just want everyone to come out that is currently recycling to just see if anything has changed that they need to do differently. And we also want those people that are not recycling to come out and to learn about how to start recycling what they have and to keep things that don't need to be in the landfill out of the landfill, and let's recycle them and put them back into the community in different ways. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that, and our recycling director, Angie Muncie, will be leading that, and we'd just like to see a good crowd and come out and learn, what you do with your paper, what you do with your plastic, what you do with metal, soup cans, and things like that, what's allowable and what's not allowable. So just wanted to touch on that, and also want to send out an invitation to everyone. Our next fiscal court meeting has changed from the 11th to the 10th, November 10th.
Okay.
And right following the fiscal court meeting at 12 noon, we will be having a special presentation out here in front of the courthouse, and we will be unveiling the Hall of Fame monument. And so we want to invite all veterans in Boyle County, anybody else that would like to come and just see the new monument and the names that are on it. And we'll have a little Veterans Day ceremony as well, because the courthouse will be closed on Tuesday the 11th. So I want to invite everyone out to that, and just go ahead and get that invitation put out there.
Good stuff. Starting off again with the recycling workshop tomorrow. What's the time and where's it going on again, Judge?
Okay, it'll be 6 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night at Intercounty Energy in the community room.
And this is important as far as I understand, Judge Bottom, you may be able to speak more on this. If you don't recycle the right things, then it contaminates the recycling. And so instead of being able to recycle most of the items in there, everything's contaminated, so they have to throw everything out and it goes to the landfill. So making sure we recycle and put the right things in the recycling bin is super important.
That is the most important thing, because if you're not doing it correctly, then it doesn't benefit anybody.
Right, yeah.
So it has to be done. You have to rinse your bottles out. You have to, maybe the bottle is recyclable, but the cap is not. So, it's just, there's a lot of things that go into it, but when it's done correctly, it benefits everybody.
Yes, and then the Wall of Fame, the kind of introduction of that, unveiling, grand opening, so to say, that's going on what day, what time, and then where is that?
That will be Monday, November the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be at 12 noon, and it will be out here in front of the courthouse at the Veterans Memorial that we already have out there. We've done a facelift to that area and put in some nice concrete and just made that look more respectful for our veterans that were killed in the line of duty.
Yeah.
We'll also have a little reception afterward in the fiscal courtroom to honor those names that are going on the monument.
Yeah. Hey, Public Works they've been doing some stuff, haven't they? They've been building fences and laying stone and getting things looking good. They are working hard. Public Works. Shout out to them.
Public Works is top notch. Yes, they have so much talent within that team out there. They can do literally everything. So, kudos to them. They put up a new fence at Constitution Square around Grayson's Tavern, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And then they have also worked on this, getting this monument out here, monument ground ready, prepped, and instrumental in getting the concrete poured. And I tell you, our Public Works Department is top notch.
Yes, love it. Good stuff. Judge Bottom, appreciate you being on again tomorrow night, 6 o'clock until 8 for the recycling workshop. We'll talk to you again.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much.
Yes,
Have a great day.
No problem. Mm-hmm. Bye. There you go. That's Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. Get out there tomorrow, 6 to 8 for that Boyle County recycling workshop. And then, obviously, Friday is Halloween trick-or-treat for the kids here in Boyle County and in Danville as well, surrounding areas. I think I saw yesterday that the Boyle County trick-or-treat time, this is for people in the county that's not in the city limits of, Danville or Junction City or Perryville. It's 5:30 to 7:30, I believe, tomorrow, is what I saw on Facebook. Right now, it's did I say tomorrow? Friday. This has been a weird week for me already. I thought all day yesterday was Wednesday, and it wasn't. Don't you hate that? Like when you think it's the day ahead and it's not. If you think it's the day before, then it's not nearly as bad. Because you're like, oh, I thought today was Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday. Then you're like, wow, the weekend's closer than what I initially thought. It's not that way if it's the other way around. The weekend is still yet so far away. We'll step aside, come back. We'll see what's gone on this date. Wednesday, October 29th. In rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Still got that $6 bounty out for those Oreos with a Reese peanut butter cream in them, if somebody can find them.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Join us for our annual Customer Appreciation Days extravaganza. Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th, we will have 20% off store-wide, food, samples, and free gift basket giveaways. At the Danville Nutrition Center, we value our customers and want to celebrate you. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care. See ya Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Spicy Chicken Biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken. Instant classic.
In Danville.
Serving Boyle County seniors, a gathering place.
Our Adult Day Healthcare Services provide independence through assistance for adults with special needs ages 21 and over. Our participants enjoy games, reality orientation, cognitive and physical activities, exercise, music and craft programs, while offering families freedom and peace of mind knowing their loved ones are cared for in a safe, supportive environment. Visit thegatheringplace.org, follow on Facebook and Instagram for more info.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Wednesday, October 29th. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the show this morning. Well, quickly, let's take a look at what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off in this date, 1966. Now, I have never in my life heard of this band, so I don't even know how to pronounce the name of this band. And 60s and 70s music, I have said before on this show many times, that's like my favorite, especially like late 60s into the early 70s. It's like my favorite decade from like 66 to 76. I don't know, I'm just picking random 10 years there, but 60, 70 stuff. But I've never, ever in my life, ever have I heard of this band. So I'm going to call them Question Mark and the Mysterians. Again, I could be saying that completely wrong. I would know no better because I've never heard of them before. The name of the song is 96 Tears. It went number 1 on this day, 1966. Is it Question Mark and the Mysterians, or is it Question and the Mysterians? 96 Tears. Although he closely guarded his true identity at the time, the man known as Question Mark, okay, it just told me, it is Question Mark. So that was his stage name, Question Mark. Turned out to be Rudy Martinez from Saginaw Valley, Michigan. The song was later a UK hit in the UK for the Stranglers in 1990. So a guy went by Question Mark, and then the Mysterians would be like his band. Question Mark and the Mysterians. This date, 1966. You learn something new every day. Never heard of them in my life. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1971, where this artist, sad, sad day in music history. My dad, a massive fan of this band, he would have been 16 years old when Duane Allman died in a motorcycle accident on this date, 1971, in Macon, Georgia, trying to swerve to avoid a tractor trailer and was thrown from the motorcycle. He was 3 weeks shy of his 25th birthday. Dwayne Allman, on this date, 1971, died from a motorcycle accident at the age of 24. And it was on this day to rock and roll pop R&B 1983, where this group marked their 491st week on the Billboard charts. The Dark Side of the Moon, this one, The Great Gig in the Sky from that album, surpassed the previous record holder, Johnny's Greatest Hits by Johnny Mathis. No relation, though I wish I could say that he was related to me. When it finally fell off the list in October of 1988, Dark Side had set a record 741 weeks on the charts. Sheesh, on this date, 1983, Pink Floyd, 491st week on the Billboard album chart, surpassing the previous record holder of Johnny Mathis and his Greatest Hits album. There you go. That's what's gone on this date, October 29th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Hey guys, it's Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg, and we're turning Harrisburg into a Halloween party. Rev up your UTV, ATV, or Jeep and roll in for a thrill fresh trick-or-treat. Saturday, November 1st from 5 to 8. Dress up, deck out your ride, and you could snag $250 in prizes for the best cost to invest vehicle. Enjoy great music, spooky games, candy to galore, prizes, and giveaways all night long. So polish that machine, grab your crew, and join the fun. Can't wait to see everybody at Bluegrass Power Sports of Harrisburg.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
9 o'clock in the morning, top hour news coming your way next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Vice President J.D. Vance is confident that active duty service members will be paid during the government shutdown, at least for now. More from Rory O'Neill.
Following a policy meeting with Senate Republicans, Vice President J.D. Vance said he believes more than 1 million military service members will get paid at the end of the week, while blaming Democrats for the ongoing government shutdown. The comments suggest the Trump administration has found another pool of money that could be tapped to cover military salaries. Some lawmakers have questioned the president's legal authority to redirect the funds.
The Senate tried for a 13th time and on Tuesday failed for a 13th time to end the impasse. Democrats are holding firm on demands to extend health care subsidies that keep insurance premiums down for millions, while Republicans are refusing to budge until the government is reopened. Flash flooding is being reported in eastern Cuba as Hurricane Melissa creates torrential downpours across the region. Video on social media shows torrents of flood water rushing down the streets of Cuba's second largest city, Santiago de Cuba, as the Category 3 hurricane rolls through the island. Meteorologist Shana Mendiola.
Catastrophic and life-threatening rainfall and destructive winds are expected across portions of eastern Cuba. But by this afternoon, it's expected to approach southeastern Bahamas and then continue west of Bermuda, weakening as it goes.
President Trump is acknowledging that he can't seek a third term in office. Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One while flying to South Korea that the Constitution makes it pretty clear he can't serve another term.
I have my highest poll numbers that I've ever had. And, based on what I read, I guess I'm not allowed to run. So we'll see what happens.
The 22nd Amendment clearly states that's not allowed. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
An idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-558-5497. Again, 1-800-558-5497.
Discover experiences that truly move you. Spectacular nature and authentic bluegrass music captivate you. Legendary horses and world-renowned bourbon wow you. Visit KentuckyTourism.com to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home.
A federal judge is requiring the top Border Patrol agent overseeing the so-called Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago to meet with her daily for a week ahead of a November 5th hearing. Commander Gregory Bavino agreed to provide updates along with body camera footage and use of force reports since September 2nd as he faces allegations of violating a temporary restraining order during immigration enforcement protests. The use of National Guard troops in Portland will remain on hold. In Portland, Brad Ford.
Judges on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals have voted to rehear whether National Guard troops can be used for law enforcement of federal buildings in Portland. Previously, a 3-judge panel decided troops should be allowed. Now, an 11-judge appeals court panel will hear the case. The use of National Guard troops in Portland will remain on hold until the case is decided.
A new so-called quiet supersonic jet has made its first flight. Mark Mayfield with more.
NASA says its X-59 experimental jet took off late Tuesday morning from Palmdale Regional Airport north of Los Angeles and flew a few laps around nearby Edwards Air Force Base before returning to the runway. The X-59 is designed to break the sound barrier without creating a sonic boom and reportedly could reach speeds of over 930 miles an hour at an altitude of over 55,000 feet. NASA is reportedly hoping that by creating a low-boom supersonic jet, restrictions on commercial supersonic flight may soon be lifted in the U.S.
Fans of Dr. Seuss can expect the release of a newly discovered manuscript next year. Details from Tammy Trujillo.
The manuscript features The Cat in the Hat and Sing the 50 United States. It will be published by Random House Children's Books on June 2nd, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Sing the 50 United States is the first full manuscript written by Dr. Seuss, who was born Theodore Geisel, to be discovered since the posthumous release of What Pet Should I Get in 2015.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The president must make the decision, and the courts can hold pardons void if the decisions are made by others. The committee recommends the DOJ investigate all of Biden's executive actions, particularly clemency actions, to assess whether legal action can be taken to void any action the former president did not, in fact, make himself. You realize this is the biggest cover-up scandal that they're exposing in American history? That we had a president of the United States that they knew and they covered up was incapable of doing their job. But we did know, didn't we? Some of us told you the truth. Many of them lied.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
There's a reason I'm so proud of our partnership with Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-owned company, because they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk when it comes to supporting our vets. It's a veteran-owned company. This month, Pure Talk is choosing to support Canines for Warriors. Now, this is an incredible organization that rescues and trains dogs, pairs them with veterans that are struggling, for example, with PTSD. Canines for Warriors gives these heroes a purpose. It gives them companionship and healing. That's exactly why Pure Talk, a veteran-led company, supports them. Now choose a wireless company that shares your values. Remember, you're going to get unlimited talk and text and plenty of data, $25 a month. Average family saves over $1,000 a year. You get the exact same service as the big carriers, same cell tower, same 5G network. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now, and make the switch. Pound 250, keyword save now, switch today to America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Cole, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Bergen Independent Schools and Campbellsville University are partnering up. It's a major announcement made in a social media post. An announcement made yesterday where Bergen said that beginning next year, their students would be able to complete an associate's degree during their junior and senior years of high school while they attend the Conover Academy at CU Harrodsburg. And Bergen says this opportunity will be open to all students in the area. You can find out more information about this massive opportunity by clicking on the link on the Bergen Independent Schools Facebook page. A roundabout in Danville at the Walnut Street and Stanford Avenue intersection. It's massive news coming from Danville where a proposed project would bring a roundabout to that intersection. The intersection is detailed as severely skewed with a sometimes difficult view around where Mi Pueblo number 1 is located and where traffic signals are placed in front of adjacent businesses. A press release by the city of Danville shows that estimated cost of the project would be somewhere around $1.5 million. The project itself was initially identified more than a decade ago by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Again, this project right now has only been proposed. And rain's in the forecast today, and lots of it. Rain showers pepper us today and give us a chance of up to 2 inches of rain. Things begin to clear out by Friday. Good news for those people who want to celebrate Halloween. We'll get sunshine Friday and highs into the mid-50s that evening. New measures are now in place to help protect Kentucky's fish and wildlife from hunters that use drones. Following the last Kentucky Interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources, a new regulation went into effect making it unlawful to use aircraft or unmanned aircraft like drones to take fish or wildlife. Under this regulation, the word take means pursue, hunt, shoot, wound, catch, kill, trap, snare, or capture wildlife. And today is being promoted as Buckle Up Phone Down Day to promote Kentucky highway safety. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced today as Buckle Up Phone Down Day as a way to encourage people to wear their seatbelts and avoid distracted driving when behind the wheel. Over the past decade, distracted driving has become one of the leading causes of vehicle crashes on our nation's roads. And in Kentucky, more than 40,000 crashes, more than 11,000 injuries, and more than 150 deaths happen each year because of distracted driving. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. Our new owners and operators. Little Sign Shop has got you covered, doing full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Rain showers, a high of 51, low tonight 45, an inch and a half of rain possible. Tomorrow, showers likely, cloudy, high of 52. Friday, sunshine and 57. And on Saturday, partly sunny and a high of 57. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It is 48 degrees, Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. Sorry, not November 29th. I certainly hope not. That means that we've missed Thanksgiving, which is November 27th this year. October the 29th. 859-238-9447. And we'd love to get you right here on the radio. A confused traveler thought she booked an American Airlines flight, but it turned out not to be a flight, turned out to be a bus. We'll check out this new game show. Is it an airplane or a bus that you've booked? It's a new game show coming on TV.
It's now time for everybody's favorite game show, Airplane or Bus.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Airplane or Bus, the game show where contestants have to guess if what I'm describing is an airplane or a bus. Lisa, you have control of the board.
Let's do this.
All right, for $5,000. It has 2 wings. It has a cockpit. A pilot flies it. Is it an airplane or a bus?
A bus?
Seriously? Okay, well, let's try again. It has a bunch of wheels. It doesn't fly. It makes a bunch of stops. Is it an airplane or a bus?
Trick question. That sounds like a motorcycle.
Please leave, Lisa.
Join us next time for another round of Airplane or Bus.
Yeah, airplane or bus. We're going to see what's breaking and trending this morning here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Let's get it done here, folks. Starting off with Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered immediate, powerful airstrikes on Gaza yesterday, threatening the fragile ceasefire that was agreed to just weeks ago. The order came after Hamas allegedly attacked Israeli soldiers in Rafah. Though NBC News hasn't confirmed this attack, airstrikes were reported in several parts of Gaza last night, and earlier Netanyahu said that remains Hamas returned overnight were actually body parts of a different hostage recovered by Israeli troops nearly 2 years ago. Hamas said they found a hostage's body but will delay returning it because of Israeli violations. The ceasefire deal was October 10th supposed to end fighting that started after Hamas killed 1,200 people in Israel on October 7th of 2023. Now Israeli has carried out airstrikes in Gaza, where they just, can you broker a peace deal between two people groups that just cannot hate each other? They hate each other's guts. Is a peace deal even possible?
We are fully aware and have knowledge that Hamas can locate and retrieve the remains of our 13 deceased hostages that are still in Gaza right now.
Yeah, the Trump administration is moving to block state laws that protect people from having medical debt appear on their credit reports. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has written a new rule saying federal law should override any state protections when it comes to how debt gets reported to credit bureaus like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. This overturns Biden-era rules that let states create their own credit reporting bans. More than a dozen states, including New York and Delaware, currently don't allow medical debt to show up on credit reports. Medical debt is often disputed because insurance payments take time and patients frequently can't pay bills when insurance doesn't cover procedures that have already happened. The 3 major credit bureaus said in 2023 they would stop tracking medical debts under $500, which did eliminate about 70% of reported medical debt. But some states went further with complete bans. The Kaiser Family Foundation estimates Americans owe about $220 billion in medical debt, with roughly 1 in 6 people in Republican-controlled states like South Dakota, Mississippi, West Virginia, and Georgia carrying out outstanding medical debt. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued the makers of Tylenol, Johnson & Johnson, and Kenvue yesterday, claiming they deceptively marketed the pain reliever to pregnant women despite alleged links to autism and other disorders. Ashley Kelly, lead attorney for Texas in this suit, was asked by ABC News yesterday what the smoking gun was that he believes exists, that Tylenol increases the risk of autism.
I don't think that there is a smoking gun. I think that you have to look at the totality of the available evidence to infer a causal inference. We're not going to do randomized controlled trials in this country. We're not going to do experiments on the fetal brain. That would be deeply unethical. So as with any other drug, we're going to infer causation based on everything that we know.
Yeah, the Senator Bill Cassidy, who chairs the Senate Health Committee and is a doctor, said the lawsuit should be thrown out because the evidence is weak. A similar lawsuit against Kenvue was already thrown out by a judge for lack of evidence. President Donald Trump is acknowledging the obstacles that he would face in seeking a 3rd term in office. Trump told reporters about Air Force One, while flying to South Korea, that the Constitution makes it, quote, pretty clear he's not allowed to run again. The president noted, and, based on what I read, I guess I'm not allowed to run, so we'll see what happens. He spoke about the prospect of running for a 3rd term multiple times during his 2nd term in office. House Speaker Mike Johnson said he's spoken to Trump about the limitations preventing him from a 3rd term, saying Trump's time in office has been a, quote, great run. Trump advisor Steve Bannon fueled speculation about an attempted 3rd term, which would be illegal, when he said the team found a way around the Constitution. The way that I read, this is me now, my opinion, the opinion of Joe Mathis, the way that I read President Trump's comment when he said he would love to run for a third term. I'm sure he would love to run for a third term. You know what I'd love? I'd love $1 million to fall out of the sky and land at my feet. But it ain't gonna happen. But I'd love it, just like Trump would love it. But it ain't gonna happen. And the NFL is lining up its pre-Super Bowl events. 2 days before the big game, Sting will headline a Super Bowl-branded concert at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Fran. The show is one part of Super Bowl 60, described as, quote, a weekend of unforgettable music entertainment at one of San Francisco's most iconic venues. Few details are available yet, but the weekend will include meet and greets with NFL players and legends. The Super Bowl kicks off at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California on February the 8th. And NCIS fans, get ready for the return of Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Mark Harmon set to make an appearance as Gibbs in NCIS Origins next month. Harmon is already narrating the show, but to see him back on a screen will be a dream for fans. The co-showrunners and executive producers say, quote, we know how much fans have missed seeing Mark and have wondered what Gibbs is up to today. Well, on November the 11th, we're so excited to announce that Mark Harmon will return as Leroy Jethro Gibbs in the Origins Hour of the NCIS crossover event. That's what's breaking and trending this morning here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News. Talk sports. It's 9:17 in the morning, and we've got Kentucky Sports Memories. Gary Fogle coming up next.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And sometimes what you're good at just sort of finds you.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
Back in 2016, the first ever National High School Bowling Tournament was won on the boys' side by McKinley Knopp, who grew up in the Campbellsville area. That same year, the girls' title was won by Emma Owens, who grew up in the Owensboro area. Two Kentuckians winning on both the boys' and girls' side National High School Tournament. Now, McKinley was a senior in high school that year. Emma had just finished 8th grade when she won her national title. And I talked to her about how she had gotten into the sport.
How did you get into bowling?
I started when I was around 9. I think I went to a couple of birthday parties that people had at like the bowling alley. And my mom found that they had like a Saturday league for kids. And I started doing that for a little bit. And then I think during the league, I had a coach, like a youth coach, reach out and kind of talk to us. And we learned that they had like tournaments and stuff that you could do. So I started doing that and competing competitively in those tournaments. And then eventually, once I kind of got old enough, I think like around middle schools when they started a high school bowling team in our area.
So as she said, a little girl about 9 years old going to birthday parties that were held at bowling alleys. So she got introduced to the sport, found out she liked it, worked at it a little bit, found out she was really good at it, went from there to, again, being a national high school bowling champion in 2016 when she was finishing up her 8th grade year, but already on the high school team. And she never really was into sports, didn't really like sports, and didn't really care for any other sports other than bowling. And it worked out well. More with Emma tomorrow. Gary Fogle for Kentucky Sports Memories.
Gary Fogle, KSM.
The hard-hitting football action.
Hey, Gary Fogle, come on now. That was Jim Rome interrupting me. We'll get Jim Rome here in just a second. Gary Fogle and Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show. It's 9:21 in the morning.
The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. The app is so simple to use. Just pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projections, and if you're right, you could win big. Prize Picks is also available in 40-plus states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. Most importantly, they do not play about your money. All transactions on the app are fast, safe, and secure. Don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. And now Prize Picks offers stacks where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code PRIMETIME. Get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The World Series is now a best 2 out of 3 after Toronto down Los Angeles last night 6-2. The series is now tied at 2 wins apiece. The Dodgers led 1-0 early before Vladdy Guerrero Jr. blasted a 2-run homer off Shohei Ohtani in the 3rd. The Jays then put up a 4 spot in the top of the 7th. Game 5 is tonight in L.A. Scheduled starters are Trey Yesavage for the Blue Jays against the Dodgers' Blake Snell. Mark Pope's Kentucky Wildcats entertain the Georgetown Hoyas tomorrow night in Rupp Arena. It's the 2nd exhibition game for UK. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30. Tip-offs at 7 o'clock for Kentucky versus Georgetown Thursday on Z105. In other men's college action, tonight, Center College visits Bellarmine in Louisville. Tip-offs at 7. In the girls' 12th region quarterfinals last night, Boyle County lost the first 2 sets, then rallied to beat Wayne County 3-2 to advance to this evening's semifinals. West Jessamine shut out Pulaski County 3-0 last night. Tonight's 12th region girls volleyball semifinals at Somerset High School begin at 6 o'clock with Trinity Christian versus Somerset Christian, followed at 8 by Boyle County versus West Jessamine. The finals are set for tomorrow night. The 2025 high school football season closes out this weekend. Hometown Radio brings you 4 games this Friday. Boyle County's at Frederick Douglass on Z105 at 7:30. Danville entertains Caverna at 8 on WHIR. Mercer County travels to John Hardin at 7:30 on WHBN. And Garrett County visits Lincoln County at 7:30, streaming live at hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Don, your small business marketing expert. And if you run a business, now's the time to get more customers with radio. A new study found that across 10 brands in a number of different categories, radio commercials increased store traffic by over 20%. Categories like automotive and beauty retailers experienced an increase of over 30% in new customers. And quick service restaurants increased their business by over 20%. That's right, and radio has the best ROI of any media, period. And if your budget budget is tight, no problem. Radio is affordable. Radio has low-cost packages to fit any budget. If you want to increase traffic, get new customers, or get repeat business, Radio has you covered. Radio can get your message out to thousands of potential customers each week. So it's simple. If you run a small business, nothing beats radio, period. To learn more, just give us a call today.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. All right, rain showers, high today 51, low tonight 45. Tomorrow, showers likely, high of 52. Friday, mostly sunny and 57. Saturday, partly sunny and 57. Sunday, partly sunny and 59. Right now, it's 48 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw!
Hey, did any parents throw out their back this October lugging pumpkins around? Well, this one wouldn't just throw your back out, it'd kill you. We have a new world record for the world's heaviest pumpkin. Two British twin brothers have been growing giant pumpkins for over 50 years, and they finally scored a world record after they harvested one that weighed 2,819 pounds and 4 ounces. It's also the largest pumpkin by circumference at 255.8 inches, which is over 21 feet. The guys' names are Ian and Stuart Patton, and they started growing supersized gourds in their early teens. They're now 64. So it took them 60 years, I guess 50 years, they finally got it done. They nicknamed the pumpkin Muggle, inspired by the Harry Potter movie. You can see the photo of this online. 2,819 pounds and 4 ounces, the biggest pumpkin by weight. It's also the largest pumpkin by circumference at 255.8 inches, over 21 feet around. And that, my friends, is a new world record. Have you heard about this new trend? Singles have been paying $200 to hold each other in dark rooms. So I guess like it's dark, you don't know what the other person looks like, but they're single and you're single and it's a dark room and you pay $200 and you just hold each other.
Weirdo that likes to hold your partner in a dark room? Then come to Dark Rooms To Go, your one-stop shop for dark room furnishings.
Welcome to Dark Rooms To Go. What can I help you find today?
Well, my boyfriend and I like to spend hours holding each other in a dark room.
You came to the right place. How about this?
Well, that's just a carton of milk.
Yep, but when the room is dark, you can't even tell what it is.
I guess that's true.
Yep. Hey, so the holding each other in a dark room thing is pretty weird.
I know.
It's Dark Rooms To Go. Stop by today.
There you go, 9:29 in the morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the show. Coming up, however, in the next half hour, over the next half hour, I should say, we have Heather Clary, Better Business Bureau, a BBB Wednesday at 9:35 right here on The Joe Show.
There's something happening here.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
UK Healthcare in Lexington is receiving a $50 million gift from philanthropist Tom Golisano, the largest in the hospital's history and the second largest for the University of Kentucky. The donation brings Kentucky Children's Hospital into the new Golisano Children's Alliance, a network of 6 hospitals sharing pediatric expertise. The hospital and its affiliate clinics will be renamed Golisano Children's at UK. Officials say the money will expand pediatric services and statewide outreach. In Louisville, Metro Council is seeking public input as it updates zoning rules for data centers. The review will cover where facilities can be built, design requirements, and approval processes. Residents are pressing for stronger guardrails on energy use, water demand, and noise, as well as incentives for renewables. City staff will host a series of evening meetings this week and next to gather feedback before drafting new regulations. Fayette County Public Schools will move forward an external audit After a heated board meeting in Lexington, the district has faced months of scrutiny over a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. More than 20 speakers weighed in, including teachers and parents. The board also voted 3-2 not to take up a resolution supporting collective bargaining. The approved review is an independent external audit with the option to pursue a deeper forensic audit if red flags emerge. And in Bowling Green, the Warren County Health Department has completed a $7.8 million renovation after 2 years of construction while staying open. The upgrade expands clinic capacity to 10 exam rooms and grows harm reduction services from 1 day a week to 5 by January. The 54,000 square foot facility will also support immunizations, food safety inspections, and disaster preparedness with more consistent 5-day-a-week service. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Petals for Hope. The 988 service offers 24/7 availability for reaching someone who cares. Everyone struggling with mental health issues can get the help they need when they call. Calls are private, counselors are trained, and are always available. If you need to talk, call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
Shannon Skimmerhorn. Actually, my maiden name is Fiedler. I'm from Harrisburg. I actually went with Welch Homes twice. Bought my second house, and I worked with Christy both times. My experience actually was very awesome. My sister had used her as well. It was actually a very good experience. Christy was pretty much available for me 24/7. She answered all my questions. She was always there. She definitely knows what she's doing, and she's definitely a great person and great company to work with. I absolutely would recommend Welch Homes 100%.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
That's awfully nice of you, Rayleigh. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Rain showers, a high today of 51, low tonight 45. Tomorrow, showers are likely, mostly cloudy, high of 52, a low of 36. Friday, sunshine, 57. Saturday, 57. Sunday, 59. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning. 48 degrees. Wednesday, the 29th day of the month of October. It is a Better Business Bureau Wednesday as Heather Clary joins the show from the BBB. Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Good morning. Good soggy Wednesday morning to you.
I'm so glad to have you this morning, Heather. And we talk with Heather every last Wednesday of the month. That happens to be today. as we get updates on what's going on with the Better Business Bureau. And Heather, we've talked a handful of months now. Let's kind of go back to square one to break it down for people. What does the BBB do? What's you all's purpose?
Yeah, we're a private nonprofit business organization that's been around for well over 100 years that was formed to help promote ethical business and trust in the marketplace. And, these days, it's even more important than ever. I say that all the time, but, the scams that were going around now, there were different versions of them back in the day. And, a bunch of businessmen got together out west and decided we need to form an organization that kind of puts us that want to put ethical business out there and to the public and form that organization. And we're, like I said, 100 years later, we've got them all over North America, Canada, and even some in Mexico. So, and, it's never a dull day. And we are supported by our BBB accredited businesses. It's a organization, a C6, like a chamber or a trade organization or whatnot, but we do have ethical standards that a business must meet before they are permitted to become BBB accredited. We take extra steps. We make certain we know about the business, how to reach them. We ask them to make certain commitments to us that if we receive a dispute from a consumer, they're going to address that and try to make things right if they indeed slipped up somewhere along those lines. So it helps to keep ethical business in their communities and try to work to help us warn the public, like I'm doing today, to keep the scams out and spend your money with people you can trust.
Yes. So let's talk about some of the scams that are out there, Heather. The first one revolving around an app that I use quite a bit. I send money to people if I owe them money, or maybe I need to pay this person or that person. That app is Venmo. It's a great app, but there are some scams revolving this. A Venmo payment scam. Heather, tell us about this.
Yes, and actually this happened was targeting the son and daughter-in-law of one of my coworkers.
Wow.
Because they contacted her about it, and she said, that don't sound right at all. And they thought, we didn't think so. The daughter-in-law actually received a note that she'd received a payment from Venmo from someone she did not know. It was an odd amount, like $186 or something along those lines. And she did not click to accept. And then, a few minutes later, the person sends a message saying, well, I sent it to you accidentally. Can you send it back? And she did not, of course. She blocked them and ignored it. And that's where the scam comes in, because if you accept it, it may get them into your information to be able to take the money. If they used stolen credit cards or something along those lines to send the money, and you send it back, it could leave you holding the bag with whoever's credit card was stolen. So if you see something you aren't really expecting, don't immediately click on it.
Yeah.
And this can possibly happen with, Venmo has a whole web page about different kinds of scams that try to use and they also tell you about the security they do have in place. Also be careful, of course, using those to pay people that you don't know. Like I've shopped online with reputable businesses, and they'll take PayPal or something like that, and I feel comfortable with that.
Right.
Some folks will say they see something on Facebook Marketplace, or some business just suddenly set up on Facebook, and they paid through Cash App or Venmo or PayPal or whatnot. And then time goes by and they never get their item. And at some point, there's only so much those peer-to-peer payment platforms, say that 3 times fast, can do for you to try to recover any money. So that's why you really want to be careful who you are sending money to or receiving money from, in this case, with those platforms.
Yeah, Venmo oftentimes as well will have the extra step to where, you can send money to a person without verifying that person, but it'll pop up many times, give me the last 4 digits of their phone number. And then specifically that's the person you're sending the money to. Again,
and accidents do happen.
Yes,
mistakes happen. Someone, you may have a similar name or something, but if you're not expecting it at all, that your antenna should go up. There's something weird going on here, and they're probably out to get your money or your information.
Yeah. Hey, Medicare open enrollment is underway every other Monday or so, about 2 times a month. We talk with Clark Hanna. He is a Medicare insurance broker, and he loves meeting with people and making sure they're getting the right plans for them. There are certainly legitimate people like Clark Hanna who does a phenomenal job, and then because there's so much confusion with Medicare, also people that are bad players trying to play on people and see if they can get their money.
Yeah, and that's where, the phone scams go on. And we hear about this almost year-round from people saying, I've got a call, and they say they're with Medicare. Well, I already tell them, no, they're not. Medicare does not call you unsolicited about anything. Now, if you have called Medicare, they might return your call, but they're not going to call you unsolicited. And what often happens is we'll hear folks call us and say, well, someone called and said, I'm with Medicare, and here's a great supplemental plan for you to use and get your information out of you. And they're really with some company that offers supplemental plans, or maybe some broker that's not as ethical and wants to take your information. Next thing you know, you've handed over Medicare information. You're receiving items at home you didn't authorize, that no doctor prescribed for you, braces or some kind of back brace or diabetic monitor or anything like that. And so you don't want to just hand out that information over the phone. You should just hang up. I know it's aggravating. People say they keep calling. Just if you happen to answer it, just hang right up, and they'll go on to somebody else. But open enrollment goes on through December 7th, I believe.
Yes, December 7th is correct.
So these calls could certainly keep coming to you or someone you know who's on Medicare. So just word of the wise, protect your information. Don't be swayed by people offering you things like free gifts or health screenings and whatnot. All those things are not very ethical at all.
Yeah.
Then, of course, there's the oldie but goodie. You need to get a new updated Medicare card in the mail, and they want to get your information from you so they can send you this alleged card. Well, all they've done is taken your info, and it's not happening at all. So if you're not sure, 1-800-MEDICARE, they'll talk to you.
Yes.
They have a whole website about this stuff. So just word the wise on that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about the Medicare scam, and really any scam over the phone, is how rude the scammers are when you know immediately that it's a scam. So I was eating at Dairy Queen a couple of nights ago with some people. There was an older lady that was there. She says, I get scam calls all day long. She got like 4 of them in a row sitting there at Dairy Queen. And one of the ones she answered, she ended up hanging up the phone on, obviously, and she's like, well, they cussed me out. And I'm thinking, that's like the worst customer service ever. Like, not only do I not want your product, I'm going to get cussed out in the process.
Yeah, that's why it's just best to end the call immediately.
Hang up.
There's nothing about rude or hanging up on somebody that intruded on you and is trying to scam you.
Yeah, and they're going to be cussing you out anyway, so who's really the rude one here?
Yeah, although some people like to play with the con artists on the phone. If you want to spend your time doing that, fine. But they might share your number with their friends, and they'll pester you, and then it'll be a never-ending cycle. But yeah, best just hang up. You're not being rude. Just hang up and ignore them. That's the best thing to do. I don't know a secret way to end it. Wish we did. They have all sorts of computers and networks that they farm these calls through. So I know you say, I'm on the do not call list and whatnot. Well, that doesn't always catch all of them. The legitimate companies sign up for that, but not the con artists. They don't care, and half the time they're not even in your state or even in this country.
Yeah, let's, speaking of getting phone calls that are fake, or even maybe things in the mail that don't seem right. Various law enforcement agencies now around Kentucky, Heather, are issuing warnings in recent months about residents being sent a fake notice of a warrant to appear in court. These can come in all sorts of different ways: email, text, phone calls, along with the same lines as like fake jewelry summons scams, or you didn't show up for jury duty, so there's a warrant out for you. Any number of ways to be able to get you, again, to fork over money that's yours to scammers.
Right, and this is one of those scams, a phone scam, and I know like law enforcement in your all's area and other counties have warned about this because they'll hear from the public saying, is this really you guys calling to say you're going to arrest me? No, typically you're not warned if somebody's going to serve a warrant on you. They're just going to come. They're going to show up. And your sheriff department or whoever that does that, constable, they're going to tell you, we don't operate that way. We're just going to bring it to you if we need to serve you. And this is one of those scams that preys on your fear of a negative action happening to you and making you act quickly before you can think about it, because suddenly your heart rate is increasing. Oh, my gosh, what did I do? I didn't do anything. And you're right, the jury duty one, that's been around for a long time, but it's still going on, so it must work or they wouldn't be doing it, where they'll indicate, well, you missed jury duty. Now, that's important. If you've missed jury duty, you're going to be in trouble. However, they're not going to call you on the phone and say, well, you missed it, and I can take care of that problem if you just pay this fine right now. Go get a gift card with X number of dollars on it, or meet me down by the sheriff's department. They'll even tell you to do that. They're really brazen, some of those folks. Don't do it. That's not how this operates.
Yeah.
If you're not sure about something, just call the courthouse yourself, if you think you might have missed something. But they're going to notify you by mail.
Yes.
Of that sort of thing.
Let me ask you this, Heather. I'm on the BBB's website right now and looking up the scam tracker. And one of the first one on here is a lady who said she bought a children's learning item as a one-time purchase and then discovered I was being charged a monthly fee for a service I was not receiving.
Oh.
So, but let me ask you this. How often do people report scams thinking that, hey, they're taking money in my account every month when maybe they signed something or checked a box that said monthly recurring payments will occur after the first month, and they didn't realize they checked it? They're not really being scammed. They just didn't read the fine print on that.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, Joe, because that is true. Sometimes these websites can be confusing. Sometimes the little boxes that you check might not be ultra clear. The print might be rather small, but we sift through those at the different bureaus, and if it turns out like it belongs, the problem was with an actual business that there is a file on at some BBB, I think what we would do is refer you to that bureau if you really think you're having a problem. Try to contact the business to see if you can resolve the issue, or you could try to use our dispute resolution process by filing a complaint online. So if you know where the business is, and you find them online, and if there's not a file on them, of course, the bureau where they're located would start one based on the information you send. So, but you're right, that happens. You got to be careful on these websites. You might accidentally click on something and say, by clicking here, you agree X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, everything else. So, just look very carefully. You may feel like you were scammed. You just missed something.
Right.
But there's still steps you could take to try to rectify it.
Yes. Here's one. A person said, I ordered a hoodie with a cat logo. They made it look like it was coming from Texas, but it was later being shipped from Berlin, Germany. A month later, I received a tracking number that was invalid. I have run into a dead end. Dollars lost, $50. They lost $50 on their cat hoodie. And it even says the website here, shoptosavepause.com. So don't shop at that website. And again, that is a problem, going to websites that you think are legit. Wow, they've got a deep discount. Typically, what you hear people say is if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you see something that usually costs $150 and it's $50 on a website or $25, it may be too good to be true.
I'm looking at that website right now, and I see where they offer, it says click here for English. It looks like other languages they offer. But what you want to do with sites like that, too, is they made it look like it was in Texas, but it's not. I don't know if she saw I'm scrolling down the page now, if they saw an address, company info. Yeah, but always look to see where a business is, because sometimes we'll say, well, where is it located? Well, I don't know. It does look like you click on the method of payments and nothing comes up. It's a very new website, it looks like. I see a 2025. Little things you want to look for. Kind of broken English, things like that might indicate it's not in this country.
Yeah.
And again, that's where the credit card comes in handy. Because if you use a credit card, often you have the dispute mechanism available with your credit card provider within a certain period of time. Some might say 60 days, some might say 90 days. You just check with that. But if you're just using, like we talked about earlier, something like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, a certain amount of time may pass, and those outlets cannot help you recover your money. In this case, $50 is nothing to sneeze at, but this person only lost $50. We've heard of people losing way more than that.
Yeah.
Some of these things online.
Yeah. Well, with Heather Clary, Better Business Bureau, we have a commercial break. We'll come back. Heather, you all at the BBB have a scholarship contest going on, so we'll talk about that, and then with some leftover time as well. Look, we understand right now the government shutdown is affecting a lot of people. People are going without a paycheck. People are potentially going to lose SNAP benefits, whatever it may be. And these scammers, they don't care what the issue, what the natural disaster, what the tragedy may be. They're trying to prey on people's emotions to get other people's money and scam them out of that. So we'll talk about people maybe as well who make sure we don't fall victim to scams regarding lost paychecks, SNAP benefits, things of that nature. It's coming up next right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville. News Talk Sports, HometownLive.net.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone. Our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Boyle County EMS, every second counts, every life matters.
It's another great Customer Appreciation Day this Saturday at Lexington Road Laser Wash, featuring touch-free and ceramic coating. Free car washes from 8 to 2. Register to win flat-screen TVs, one of 2 pairs of UK basketball tickets, Lower Arena, UK gear by Jasper Johnson, Kentucky Till I Die, gift cards, a Blackstone Grill, free burgers, hot dogs, and free Pepsi products from 11 to 2. This is Bill Wycliffe inviting you to Customer Appreciation Day this Saturday, 8 a.m. till 2 in Danville at Lexington Road Laser Wash, 550 East Lexington Road. Broadcast live from 11 to 2 on Z105.
Boo Books. Wendy's Junior Frosty coupon books are just $1 now through the end of October. Each book comes with 5 coupons for a free Junior Frosty. Proceeds support Wendy's commitment to helping the DTFA. Learn more at wendys.com.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Farmers National Bank invites you to flash your school spirit by offering you debit cards created especially for your school, including Boyle County High School, Bergen Independent School, Casey County High School, Center College, Danville High School, Danville Christian Academy, Garrett County High School, Kentucky School for the Deaf, Lincoln County High School, and Mercer County High School. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Certain restrictions may apply. See your Farmers National Bank representative for complete details. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to graceland-ky.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Need to see a doctor? Then Ready Care Clinic is ready for you, where walk-ins are always welcome and no appointment needed. Check out their Facebook page for updates and their website at thereadycareclinic.com, with locations in Lawrenceburg, Harrodsburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Okay, well, funky town for you. 9:54 in the morning. We got Heather Clary on the air with us. Better Business Bureau joining us on this BBB Wednesday. And here we go, Heather. You all have a Heroes for Trust scholarship available. Tell us about this.
Yes, this is sponsored by our BBB Foundation, the 501c3 arm of our nonprofit agency. And this happens annually where students throughout Kentucky can make a submission per several categories and earn a few $100s towards their education from this program. And the deadline's been extended to November 7th. So if you didn't hear about it at your school or your kids hadn't heard about it and they want to give it a shot, get on our site at bbb.org/Louisville, and you will see, among all the things there, a place to click about the scholarship contest. We've got categories, a video category where you can create a PSA or short film all about trust in business, a graphic design category where you can use a computer software platform to create a design piece outlining those thoughts about trust, even visual art, drawings, paintings. And it's really impressive, some of the things that these students have submitted in the past. Very creative. And, you know, it's important to educate the younger people. They're going to go into business for themselves one day, and they need to know about trust in business. Yep. They're going to spend money with these businesses, so trust is important. You want to use businesses you can trust and learn how to use your money wisely and not lose it to con artists. So anyway, bbb.org/Louisville, because that's where our main office is, and you will see information. It's also on our Facebook page. You'll find it there too. BBB, serving Greater Kentucky and South Central Indiana.
Again, one submission per category: video, graphic design, visual art, or essay. Yep. If you were to pick one of those categories, Heather, which one would you pick? See, to me, I think I would go like art, visual art or something.
Well, I'm not very good drawing. I can do stick people.
Well, maybe.
I don't know, I might do a PSA or something. Some of these kids get a video equipment from their school.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They can really create some neat stuff, write their own little scripts. So it's really awesome. And it's a great way to get students started early learning about business and ethics and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, love it.
And if we've got a moment, Joe, before, because I know we're coming up on the clock.
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to mention, because I didn't get to say to you when I'd gone on, we're all hearing the news about Hurricane Melissa.
Yes.
And how it's really devastating.
Yes.
It's the worst hurricane in ages, they say.
Yes.
There's a lot of organizations that are pulling together to get aid to those folks, those victims who have been, who are in the path of that. So just make sure you know who you're giving to if you decide to try and help. Do give your money to those that are got boots on the ground. They've done this before. They're experienced. And you can read an article with tips about that on our Wise Giving Alliance site at give.org. That's the BBB Wise Giving Alliance that evaluates charitable organizations, and that's an excellent place to look up charitable organizations as well to see how they rate and how they use the money that people donate. So just a word to the wise if you want to help those folks.
Yeah, again, and that's kind of a great segue because the way that we hit the last commercial break was the scammers want to prey on any sort of tragedy or whatever is going on in current events to get money. Hurricane Melissa obviously hit Jamaica yesterday. It's heading, I believe, for Cuba at some point today. So they're going to use that. They're going to use the government shutdown, people who may not have SNAP benefits, those who may not have a paycheck. Again, they want to separate you from your money. That's their whole goal. They don't care how they do it, how emotional you get. These are nasty people doing bad things.
Yeah, they watch the news headlines, seeing what's going on. And as far as, job scams have been around forever, and they hide very well on legitimate job search sites. Career Builder and Monster and whatever you might see. They might look like, and if you're looking for a job because you're out of one, just if something sounds really weird, like they don't want to interview you excessively, they only talk to you through texting or messaging, because anybody who's going to hire you is going to at least talk to you on the phone. Sure, remote work is popular. Lots of folks do that. But if you have to pay any money, that kind of thing, just watch out. We've seen some things floating around in recent months about some grant money available for people. No, these are not aimed at people just out there to take. No, just if something sounds too good to be true, we want you to report that to BBB Scam Tracker, BBB.org, as you mentioned before, and help warn other people about it.
Yes, there you go. Real quickly, Heather, we got about a minute left. How do you all protect businesses in terms of those who maybe feel like they've been scammed by a business, but they haven't been scammed? You all investigate these things, right?
Well, I mean, we can help a business try to work out an issue with another business if they were a customer of the business. And, of course, we can always, in these days and times, people are being more careful with their money than ever. If you want to boost your bottom line, we would love for you to see about being BBB accredited. You can find that information out on our site because people are looking for people they can trust. And I am here to tell you, we get hundreds of hits on the website every day, people checking out businesses. They want to use people they can trust. The BBB is an excellent sign to have on your business if you meet the standards. So check it out because it can benefit you in many ways.
BBB.org. Heather Clary, appreciate the great work that you all do at the Better Business Bureau. We'll talk to you again in the month of November, okay?
Sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Joe.
Heather Clary with the Better Business Bureau. Hey, there's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end on The Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Wednesday morning. Hoping the start to your workday just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. The Joe Show, AM 1230, and the brand new 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Wednesday afternoon. KSR's coming up next.
This is the Talk of the Town.